Right, so the bourgeois is a weird lad and he's got dark magic. He started off by doing some thing to a coin that did a thing. It was dark, and it was magic. And then Rezek dons the amulet of unseeing eyes, which blinds him but makes magical scrying impossible. I'm glad it was him and not me wearing that thing. And apparently Rezek can use his dead sister's eyes to see through, which is convenient to say the least. So, we piled into boxes and snuck into the pit, loaded onto a cart being disguised as supplies. We ended up in a dark warehouse. Luckily though, Pop was able to dig us out through a hole in the back. We then snuck around pretending to be guards and prisoners, though we could do nothing to stop a new group of captive prisoners from being branded on their faces. The thought of my daughter Freewin being branded in such a way makes my fur crawl. We were lowered into a pit on a large wooden platform powered by a couple of draft animals. Once down there, we found a veritable zoo of odd monsters tamed somehow by an Ashen Rider captain named Dukoto. He seemed to trade in rare monsters and pets, and as it would happen, one of Pup's sisters seems to be caught up in his menagerie. Also, as luck would have it, we found Anders, Cow-Eye's brother. That boy's got a mustache that is something to behold, unlike his shoulder, which seems to have been damaged in a tiff. Those Ashen Riders sure like to play tough. And the rest of us went to check on HQ for Freewin and the others. We stumbled upon a big, uncast fella named Zaj. He was half boar man with a bad attitude, and his cronies seemed to reign over the area using their size to intimidate the other White One prisoners. Might be something what would need dealing with. But my worst fears washed away. There she was, just as bright as the day I first laid eyes on her. Freewin, my dear child. We were finally reunited.
All right. Oh, damn it. I went back to the note. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah!
There we go. Here you go, buddy.
Cow-Eyes, you had just locked eyes on someone familiar, beautiful mustache. Even though it's a little worse for wear, it's got a glow to it. It's still got its own almost personality to it because it's one of those things you can't take away from a man, you know? Some things you just hold deep here or deep here. He comes into the camp kind of holding his shoulder, which looks a little bruised and banged. But he's just staring at you. And he has this look of disbelief like he's seeing a ghost or something.
I'm not a ghost. And I just run over to him and I give him a big hug.
Oh God! Watch the shoulder, man. What happened to you?
And I pat him next to the shoulder, but not right on it. You know, kind of like the middle. Just close though. It's tough love.
What happened to you, man? You were in that other cart and we got split up, and I thought they had done you through. I mean, my head went to a lot of different places.
Well, it's been a crazy couple weeks. But essentially we got separated, we smashed the cart against some rocks, and we've been traveling through the city and eventually trying to come and rescue you and a bunch of other people with our party. We've got a number of people.
You're here to rescue me?
Yeah. Yes. I know that sounds crazy, but yes.
You came in here willingly.
Yeah, we have a good plan.
Oh my brother, my dear brother, sometimes your skull is very thick, doesn't leave a lot of room. Why would you come in here? Why?
To rescue you and a number of other people, to be honest.
Oh my God. Well, since we're going to be stuck in here forever together, I guess,
No,
welcome.
No. We're only going to be in here until the morning, less than a day. We've got time to get out of here. It's all up here.
You willing to bet your favorite lure for that? We'll be out tonight.
Maybe.
See, that's what I thought. You're stuck here forever. I don't know what
my favorite lure is long gone. I mean, let's be honest. We're never going to get back there. We might, but
Exactly, because we're stuck in this pit forever. Forever. Have you seen the dive? They say we're not getting out of here till we finish working at the dive. Till we core that whole thing out. It must be 100,000 feet deep, man.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, dude.
Tell me more about the dive.
Nothing down here makes sense. All right.
Where have you? How? What are things like here? Tell us about the dive. That's actually one place that we don't know about yet.
It's a giant hole in the ground. You just
well, yeah.
And they've had us mining out the edges, the reaches. I mean, we built a wooden scaffolding, and you mine in a circle going downward. Yeah, and we just find all kinds of stuff, including. You remember that purple stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Old man York used to, trade for every once in a while. Made him a little...
yeah. Sadly, we've seen some of
down here.
More detrimental effects of that substance abuse in our travel.
Well,
we met a guy. I don't want to bore you with it, but let's just say he was nearly dead and really creepy. It smelled really bad. And then that core, that stuff seemed to be keeping him alive.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even like touching it. I just, mine it out, put it in the cart, and wash my hands with it. I don't think we were meant to play with that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. But you say there's large quantities of it here. Maybe that will be helpful for our getaway plan.
I don't like the tone of that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. You see those cages in the highs?
Yeah. Yeah.
All kinds of weird experiments going on over there, man. There's just things you would not believe. Splitting monsters, taking heads off one beast, putting it on another. Just building, molding, morphing, all using core.
Oh, that's how they're doing it. What do you know about that half-boar pig guy, the big guy in the headquarters, in the HQ?
Zaj?
What do you know about him? Yeah, that's him.
Well, he and his brother, Truk, used to just kind of... I want to say they ran the place, but once Freewind started organizing, they didn't like it very much. I mean, they used to, push everybody around and do whatever they wanted. And now that Freewind's kind of got everybody organized, I think they kind of see her as a threat. And then Truk tried to attack Freewind. And this new guy, Camden, he was in the cart with us. He stepped in, and they got both thrown into the meat grinder for fighting. One of the rules here. There's no fighting, no killing. I mean, there have been fights, but, you gotta grease the palms of some of the local Ashen Riders to make that happen.
What?
Well, you'd be surprised. Well, not necessarily core. I mean, there's a lot we can do. I mean, yes, trading of core, slipping it here and there, but, Freewind's actually been making good use of the services we have. She's been doing cleaning their stuff. She's a pretty good cook, actually. She's been cooking meals for the Ashen Riders. They usually eat, whatever they can get, but she's not only been making our lives better here, but seems like she's improving their life too.
Well, that's a good sign. Maybe we can use that to our advantage when we get out later.
I mean, some of the Ashen Riders too have been enjoying company. All of free will, of course, of that dude over there. And you look up and you see there's like this guy with a toothy grin, and his hair's kind of slicked back, and it's just old grease. But the dude looks interesting, flamboyant in a way that's not under the... he leaves a big footprint wherever he goes. You just see him.
He's got big feet.
Yeah. And he kind of just, shivers a little bit. Like, to each their own. It's been interesting. But Freewind's really, she's kind of amazing for someone so young and so small. It's
Well.
it's. I mean, she's our sized, and yet, look at all she's done.
Yeah, I think our plan involves getting her out too, to be honest. She's she's the daughter of other members of our party, so it's pretty important.
Getting her out.
But more, yeah.
would
The same
leave
way we're all
us-
getting out.
You're gonna leave everyone here to deal
Well-
with Zaj. You better keep that to yourself. I know a lot of people wouldn't like it very much if she left.
Yeah, I understand.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've heard stories of the way it was before we got here, and they don't sound good. Despite
Well-
the horror you see here now, it was 10 times worse. We've only had 2 members take the dive since I've arrived. It used to be a daily occurrence.
Well, that means things are looking up, I guess. But hopefully, in reality, I'm really only concerned about us and the members of our group. Helping everyone out
Fair enough.
seems fair in the long run, but in the short term, it's family first.
Well, I guess you're right. Can't help anybody
Better
if you
believe
can't help
I'm right.
yourself, right?
And I say, so what happened to your shoulder? And I kind of tap him on it again. Not hard.
That one of your family thought it would be fun to get me out of today's work duty by busting my shoulder.
Oh,
It worked.
which
I can't-
one?
I can't.
Point him out. What was it?
Tall,
I know which one.
tall, big guy. Had a giant axe on his back, unwieldy,
Oh yeah.
bigger
Yeah,
than
that
the,
makes a lot of sense.
bigger than the 2 of us combined.
Yeah, he's pretty hard-headed. But he's good in a fight, and that axe is probably going to come in handy.
Yeah,
Sorry about your arm.
yeah. Well, how can I help?
Oh well, that's a great question. Aside from information, we're going to need to get out of here. We're going to probably need to cause. Maybe we should confer with the group, but I think our plan to get out of here first of all involves getting into some sort of crates or something, some way to hide all of us coming back up. Otherwise, they're not going to let us go all the way up. So that's key number 1. But beyond that, yeah, barrels. We're small. We'll figure it out.
That's not gonna work.
Why not?
Akodo searches the crates with his beasts before they go up.
Yeah, Hikoto. We're gonna need to do something about him too. Turns out he's keeping captive one of our party members as well, or a relative of.
Well, I would consider them lost at this point. With all the crazy stuff that's going on up there, I don't know.
Yeah,
Excuse
you're
me,
you're
Andrew?
misunderstanding this rescue party thing.
Is that your name, sir? I'm Cornelia. Are you? Your name's Ander?
Well, hello, Cornelia. I'm Anders.
Anders. Leaving people behind is not an option.
Well, you sound like
And-
you're going to leave about 200 people behind.
Of our friends and family, we'll come back for the rest when
Friends
we're.
and family discount. I see. Yes.
Do you want to go with us, or do you want to stay?
Listen, just come with
Look,
us
I
if you want to live.
I have no problem. I have no problem going with you. I'm not in question here. Freewin. I'm not even sure if she would leave. She has.
Well, we should set up for her. We should talk to her. We don't know. Why would she stay?
Well, she seems to have taken on sort of leadership role here. I don't know.
Here.
I mean, here.
I
in the
mean-
pit at HQ.
Why would anyone stay here?
Well, if you're going to leave 200 people behind that she's been helping for weeks. You say we're taking friends and
almost-
family, but she's really taking these people on. You don't understand. She has turned this place around single-handedly.
Well, I'm sure that's not going to last long once the outside hears about it. I'm sure they're not looking to have a captive group of happy people down here in the pit. That doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Especially with how they're rounding up out there.
The efficiency of the mine has improved since she's taken hold here. People are volunteering. They don't have to whip people into shape to go. There's a revolving door of able-bodied men and women now working the mines in an organized fashion. There's less fights. There's less discomfort.
You sound like they brainwashed you too.
I'm not saying it's great down here. Brother, I would like nothing more than to outfish you on the seas of Lake Immersel. As I always have, as I always will. Cornelia, there's something you should know about my brother.
Everything he's about to say is a lie.
Well, he's a decent fisherman. He doesn't really live up to the Wandergaze name. We Wandergaze are incredible fishermen. It's just, it seems like my brother was born half-cocked, if you will.
Or I guess made
5-6
for
fish a night. That's about all he can really stomach.
You know, I've seen Kelwise fish, and now I'm going to watch him save his brother. I think that's pretty good.
I say nothing of his heroics. Those are top-notch. But we're talking about fishing now. We're talking about what really matters to a man.
He's fed me when I was very, very hungry, almost starving.
Yes.
It's true.
But could he feed a whole town single-handedly?
Could you?
Of course I could.
Don't lie. Oh, come on.
I've caught a 200-pound marlin. I've caught 8 of us. 8 times our size marlin, and I fed the entire camp by myself, single-handedly.
You did. There's like 10 people. It's not a town.
A town is what you make of it, all right? 10 people can be a town.
It's a hamlet at best. It's not a town.
A hamlet? Now you're splitting scales right now, all right? Anyways,
Man, brothers.
Yes, anyways.
Look,
If
your only plan to get out of here was to jump in the barrels, we'll have to do something about Akoto's beasts. I know that platform goes up at sundown, whether it's ready or not. There's been many occasions where people have either missed their ride or they weren't ready. So all I know is as long as we're on that platform when it goes up, we should be safe. But getting onto that platform without either being caught or eaten alive by one of Akoto's beasts is nearly impossible.
Now, does he patrol with the beasts that are in the cages too?
Sometimes. He has a belt. He has 2 hounds and a wolf.
Yeah.
He's recently been using them. I think there's some sort of experiment, some next experiment where he's trying to... Lots of his experiments incur merging, so he might be making a 3 canine hybrid beast. I don't know. I just try and stay away. I keep my head down. I do my work.
Yeah. Well, a lot of help that was. But the big guy over there. Well, there's several big guys in the cages, but the big guy. What do you know anything about that one?
The big one. I haven't really gotten too close to any of those cages. I've just seen the patrol ones and the ones the small beast one with the large claws. He's let him out once or twice. We were all ordered to stay in HQ when they closed off the entrance. Every once in a while he lets them roam free. I don't know if it's for exercise or what, but when that happens, if you're out there, whether you're an Ashen Rider or not, it's generally not a good idea. I've heard stories of Ashen Riders getting eaten, cleaved in 2, ripped in half.
That sounds like a good time.
As long as you're not that Ashen Rider.
Yeah, well...
I hope they eat them all. Yes. Well,
Me too. That might be part of the plan. Well, what do you think our over-under is on causing a distraction that maybe takes Akoto out of the picture entirely?
a distraction.
Yeah, something he cares about more than the dogs. Something that would really get his attention. That's why the big guy popped into mind.
He likes rare beasts, I've heard. If you could distract him with something like that, maybe.
That's a pretty good idea. Don't happen to know if you'd have any idea of what sort of rare beast would do such a thing, would you?
Look, I've never seen any of the things on that wall, or in the highs, in those cages. I've never seen anything like that before. The craziest thing we've seen is bullets on the coast, or a strange fish in Lake Immersil.
Maybe Daladel can help with that, with the beast.
Yeah,
Possibly.
we might be able to conjure up some beasts of our own.
Conjure up a beast.
Well, figuratively speaking.
All right. Well, if you could do something like that, I'm sure it would distract him.
Yeah. Well, it's worth a shot. We might have to...
It's worth a shot, but if he feels threatened, he may release one of his bigger beasts. You're forewarned.
Forewarning
and-
acknowledged.
On the other side, Rezik, Dresden, and Pup, you guys are still outside, kind of just wandering, meandering. And you guys kind of notice, like, there are some Ashen Riders at the gate, guarding HQ. They seem pretty lackadaisical, though. Doesn't really seem like there's a chance that anyone would even leave or go in there. And the rest of the Ashen Riders are just kind of milling about. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of order to this
Just like
camp.
kicking around rocks.
Yeah, hanging out at those at the Lowe's, which is that barracks they were hanging out in. There's like a fire pit going, and some of them are hanging out there, cooking or eating bread, telling stories.
Want to kick a rock?
Yeah.
That's
Kicking rocks,
good.
fiddling thumbs,
Good kick.
whittling
Thanks.
wood. What are you
Okay.
guys up to?
That's a good question. So we just dropped off the brothers. We facilitated that wonderful reunion. Beautiful, beautiful. What do we? What do you guys? What were we planning last week? Was there any?
We had just found my
direction?
sister, went down, immediately found Hellwise's brother, and then that was it.
Yeah, broke his shoulder, fixed his shoulder, shoved him back in with the peopleoids. Okay. Is it?
So,
what do you
other
guys
than,
think
do we have everyone now?
I don't think so. Rez?
Well,
Are we like,
so
are we just like a side conversation away from everybody in the little area? All the guards.
Everything we do is a side conversation. You didn't know that?
Okay. Just making sure.
What, everyone?
We have everyone. Unfortunately, Myrtle, Cornelia's friend, is in the plank area and is possibly
Right.
dead. I'm not sure, but did you want to go over there and check it out just a little bit and kind of just do a pass, or?
That's
Yeah, we
not a
probably
good
should.
idea.
Probably should.
Okay.
And then where's
walk-
Gambit?
Rezik, you hear on your shoulder, you just hear this big yawn.
Oh no.
And your eyes
Feeling a
start
little
to get a
tired,
little
Eva?
like watery and
Oh.
shimmery.
Oh gosh.
I'm okay for
What?
now, but I am getting a little tired.
Okay, well, now's probably an okay time to just, relax a little bit, get your energy back, and I'll need your help later, though, if that's okay.
Okay, night night, Rezi. And she gives you a big kiss on the
Night,
cheek,
night.
and then she just kind of fades very slowly
Oh.
as she just kind of lays down on his head and uses his head as a pillow to just go to sleep. And Rezik, your vision slowly
boy.
starts, like with those heartbeats, just starts to fade out into darkness. And you can still see Pup and Dresden, and way off in the distance, you see that chalk outline, that filmy outline of a couple other figures inside HQ, kind of milling about.
All right, I'll have to just follow close behind both of you. I can't see everything, but I can see your outlines at least. So,
Great.
so I make it.
Oh, good. This is good. All things good.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be great. There's like literally there's nothing bad that could happen here. I'm pretty sure that nothing's bad is gonna happen, and everything here is gonna be good. But we maybe should go find your friends that are missing, and then maybe also we should find Cornelia's friends that are missing, and figure out a way to get my sister.
Well, we know that Camden's in the HQ. He is, not all there right now, but we'll take care of that later. And her family, we're not sure where they are. I'm sure she's probably looking for them in the HQ as well.
So should we head there now then? Just to get eyes on everyone. We gotta make sure that you can't.
Well,
Great.
I can see our friends.
You can get ears on them.
Very funny. I can see most of our friends in
Get hands on him.
in HQ. I can see them over there. They're fine.
All right. Do we want to make a quick run by this plank space just to figure out what it is?
Yeah, just check it out.
All right. Well, try not to fall down or something.
You wanna hold my hand?
That would be lovely.
Okay.
Holding hands. No.
mind.
Why?
Never mind.
How else is he gonna see?
Have you seen anyone else around here holding hands?
Maybe. I don't know.
We could do like the chummy like,
Well, I haven't.
hey buddy, like kind of over the shoulder
Yeah,
thing.
I'm drunk and he's helping me.
And that's better?
Yeah.
I'll just follow behind. It's okay.
Okay. I'm good.
I like put my pinky around his pinky as we walk, but like sneakily so that Dresden doesn't see. You're just gonna.
You're gonna get us all killed.
All right. Yeah,
At
you guys.
least it
So
won't
to
have
get
cost.
to the southern pass, which is kind of to the east of where you guys are.
Paradoxically.
It's called the southern pass. Orientation-wise, from the platform that you came down on, if that was south, this would be to your right. So, anyways, this is called the southern pass because it's actually to the south. Yeah,
Okay.
Anyways,
it's a thing. I don't know. I didn't make this
So
up.
which
all right?
which
I
way
didn't
is
make
the
this up.
platform? You did make
So
this up.
if
Which way
the
is
platform, if the platform is south,
No,
you're heading.
Don't tell me what. Tell me what it actually is. Which way does the platform go up? To the east?
It goes
west?
up to the south.
To the west.
Southwest.
south.
Southwest. It goes up.
Southwest? West
South by
south?
Southwest.
No, it's just
or
southwest. Just
Delta?
southwest. Yeah. Southwest.
okay, American Airlines got it.
Yeah.
Great.
He's gonna
Okay.
West. Yeah. Thanks.
please. Great. Now I'm gonna starve.
Anyway,
So you guys start heading over, and it's a pretty thin shaft. It's a naturally
I have my
occurring
backpack.
stone. It looks just like this might have been a stream at some point, or a waterway that has since run dry, and it kind of grooved into the stone, this long pathway. So you guys, you start walking, and it starts winding pretty severely, almost making switchbacks. As you start heading at an upward gradient, when maybe 10 minutes winding through this area, you start to see some light coming from what's pretty far past you, and the light is obscured by a mist or a type of fog. You start to see like it starts to get warm in this cavern, and
It sounded like a fart.
yeah, it did.
Funny. The ripping of the paper sounded like a fart.
Like the wettest part I've ever heard in my life.
I was like, dang, who just ripped it?
You really
my
ripped
God.
one.
No, listen,
Oh, yeah.
literally actually ripped it.
Yeah.
Who invited Giuliani? Oh my god.
Dang.
I didn't realize we were unmuted. How did that happen?
That was so funny. I was like, just gonna try and move forward after that fiasco.
Gonna
It was
be
too
hard.
moist, man.
It's very-
Way too moist.
Jason, you okay
gotta
there?
I gotta go
Yeah, I'm
check
good.
check my pants.
You guys start walking through this. You guys walk up, and there's
It's
this like
mist.
warm mist that's kind of obscuring this torch on the wall. Where were you guys were at winding through here? There was torches every once in a while, but they were pretty dim. And once you get into this,
Been a
it
while.
opens up into a much wider
Langoliers.
cavern. All right, guys. Well, that's our show for tonight.
Really just threw us all. I'm ready for it. It's so funny.
It was surprisingly fart-like for just being.
That is so freaking funny. Good God.
Oh,
And
man.
going on to describe things as a wet mist right after. I mean,
Yeah. A warm,
drives the point home.
wet mist.
More wet mist.
By the way, side note, Daye is here but doesn't know when to enter, James, just so you know. I
Oh.
don't know if you saw that or not.
Daye, you may join in anytime you feel it necessary to join in.
Now that we're done talking about
About what part?
warm, moist.
So we're scrubbing the water one? Yeah, awkward. We're gonna totally. We're just gonna restart the episode.
Edit this out for the podcast.
Killwise, you're staring at Anders.
Yeah, let's relive that
You
moment.
beautiful son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm better at fishing than you. Sorry, everyone. Yeah.
Should have hit him more.
So good.
Yeah. I don't know if I should wait for Daye or she's just gonna spring it on me at the sound of the
As
next.
soon as
We'll
you try.
figure it out when we get there.
There we
Oh,
go.
Hey. There she
Oh
is.
god, man. Fantastic.
That's so
Hey.
New bangs.
Wow, you look so cute.
Look at
You
that.
look really nice.
Very Daphne of you.
Oh, thank you. I had an audition for an assistant, so this is my first assistant.
Nailed it.
Hi.
Looks very
Very
assistant.
Yeah. There was
Thank you.
what was I watching? I was watching an early
You look like
episode
you know
of
your
New
way around.
Girl, and Zoe Deschanel put her bangs down like that, and I was like, oh, that's Daye. That's Daye right there in a in a nutshell. I am watching
Holla,
her. Yeah.
holla.
Was it an acting role? Was it an acting role as the assistant, or was it an actual assistant role in an office?
No,
Wait
it
a
was an
second.
audition for a show where I would be playing an assistant.
Well, you nailed it. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you were referring to an interview, Bobby.
Yeah. Commonly referred to as an interview.
No,
How did that group audition go? That's weird in this group.
Had an audition at Costco? Yeah, I'm gonna be the guy that pushes the
They
cart.
should call
Dude, is it a reoccurring role? 5 times a
my
week.
God.
Yeah, I'm really gonna nail it, guys.
It's way too little pay.
We definitely live in LA.
Yeah.
So there's this horrible thing called the dive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
A wet,
yeah.
So,
moist,
You
shade-smelling
guys
mist.
are
Or
interviewing
Frank,
for this
sorry.
mist, this warm mist. You turn a corner and you come into a much bigger cavern, lit up pretty pretty well. But there's the mist thickens noticeably to the point where you can barely even see 10 feet in front of you. And you hear trickling water not too far away, maybe 30, 40 feet away. Oh my god, you guys.
Yeah, we're just imagining a giant bat.
Daye is here. Everyone be professional. Daye is here.
Wait,
All right,
okay, wait,
so-
hold on. Last time are we all together now? Because last time when we left, we were in 2 separate groups.
Yeah.
Still separate groups.
No.
Still 2 separate groups.
So
Yeah.
this is the 3 guards right now.
Separate groups.
Okay.
Trust.
Cool.
While you're watching Kelwise and Anders reunite, 2 brothers, very similar, just different facial hair. A small looking, small, but with a really long neck and this yellowish fur with little patterns on it. Kid kind of comes up to you with a bowl of what it doesn't smell great, but it's warm. And he just kind of holds it up to you very hopefully. This is Jeff from last week, if you remember.
Jeff was a child?
No.
No.
He was just small. He wasn't like...
Well, you just called this what you're telling me a kid. You said this kid comes up to you.
Well,
so is he
Like
what are we
16, 17. Fitz age. That's a kid to me. And my
Hashtag
my
not
old
legal.
age. Yeah.
Can you be
Hashtag
careful
legal
with
in
your
some
phrasing?
states.
Jesus. Like picturing like an 8-year-old.
No.
All right.
Past his kinsis.
So he's holding up. Okay. Hello, Jeff. What's it to you?
Oh, hey, I got your soup bowl. Yeah, I had to wait in line. There was a lot of people in line. There's a lot of people everywhere. It's a little nerve-wracking. You really don't get any time to yourself in here. I just really wanted you to have some soup and make you feel comfortable in here as your first person. It can be a little intimidating when you don't know anybody else here. Oh God.
Right.
intimidating.
Jeff, hold on. Did you get yourself a bowl?
Oh, no, don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Oh,
I could stand to lose a few pounds. Really, my
Oh no,
mom
I
always said
don't.
that.
I don't think you can. Jeff. Why don't you eat it? I just came down and I actually had a big meal before we came down here, so I really feel like it's more important for you to have it since you did all the waiting.
something I said? Oh, no, you don't even want my soup? Oh, gee.
Oh no, never mind. I'll take the soup. I'll take the soup. And I take the soup. I take the soup and I chug it. I take the soup and I chug it.
All right, the soup is really hot. Really, really, really hot.
Great.
So the second it hits your lips,
Love it.
you kind of like, do you still want to sip it down?
Don't you have like fire resistance or heat resistance as like a tiefling thing?
You would think.
Yeah, you do have hellish resistance.
Pretty sure that you do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a
Probably,
tiefling thing.
yeah, you could probably wolf this down. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
comfortable, but all right. So you
That's
just
fine.
you chug, and then this steamy burp just like smoke comes out of your mouth. Oh, well, I hope you
Thank
liked
you
it.
so much, Jeff. That was incredible.
If you need anything, or you just need a small mat to sleep on or something, I'm available if you need
I
it.
knows exactly where to find you.
Yeah,
I
just look
appreciate
for the
it.
long neck. See, I have this long neck. It's much longer than other people's necks.
Yep.
It's just.
Yep, Jeff, I see it. I'll see it, Jeff. I
sometimes
see it.
It's well,
Jeff? Jeff,
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I know what you look like. I know how to find you. Don't even worry about it. I'm looking around for someone I might have lost in here, but please do not let me ruin your day. Go about your regular business as planned.
Oh, okay. I'll just do what I always do then. And he just kind of
Great.
slowly sits down on the ground.
Great. Who am I? I'm with all the smalls are together, right?
Yeah. You had seen
all
Daladale.
gnomes.
You had seen Daladale and Zuna with Freewin. That reunion was happening, and then Anders and Kelwise, that was happening, where Cornelia kind of got the introduction.
Can I go over to? Can I kind of like crash the Dalladale Zuna reunion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you start making your way over there, and they're talking now. Their 5 minutes of love hug fest is kind of over, and you notice that Dalladale seems a little upset. He's like under his breath. He's getting stern dad. You're getting stern dad vibes as you start making your way, but he's pretty far away. So you start making your way over there. Meanwhile, this warm mist in this cavern. Trickling water too soon? Should we go back? Let's just go. Yeah.
Just stop saying.
I'm trying so hard.
We're professionals.
You guys hear trickling water. There's this really thick white mist, and it almost smells like it's got sulfur in it. Brimstony sulfur, and this room is pretty lit up. It's not just torches. It's not like this flickering light. There's this glow coming from maybe 100 feet down across where you can't see because it's obscured. And it doesn't seem like there's any guards or anyone else here.
God, it smells like ass in here.
Hey, was that you?
That was me.
That's disgusting. Even for me. Get out of the poop tree. That's disgusting, Rezik. I understand that you're scared, but now is not the time for fear shits.
I'm just very anxious. I apologize. Can we just
What did you eat?
Can we move on, please?
He's Stevie wondering too. Look at him. Yeah, let's keep going forward and see what we see, and just hopefully we'll go nose deaf.
Smell what we smell.
Yeah, you start walking, and eventually it gets to the point where you only have about a half foot of vision, and the heat visibly rises 10 degrees of almost every step you take. The heat is just starting to rise, and eventually you feel this wet stone beneath your feet, and you look down and you see there's like a running stream, not moving fast, but a running stream, and maybe a 1 foot long plank of wood, or 1 foot wide plank of wood that goes off across this water. Yeah, long.
I was gonna say that's a pretty shitty plank. Like, if you're gonna kill people, at least give them like a real plank.
1 foot wide plank that goes off across this.
All right, walk the plank with you. All right, yeah, just jump now.
Yeah. Like walk all the way off it, or step onto it and then walk off. What do you want here? I can take baby step.
It's awkward.
Yeah. 1 foot wide, James.
1 foot wide plank that goes off into beyond what you can see, and it seems like, despite going deeper and deeper into this thick fog, it's getting brighter. It's getting brighter.
I'm gonna see what's on the end of this. Just nobody.
Is it gotten hot?
Yeah, it's really
Are you guys
hot.
warm?
Yeah,
Is it the light?
Maybe.
Yeah, go see what it is.
Can I push you? Like gently.
I'm going. And
I'm still holding on to Rezik's pinky.
Yeah, and I make my way, but I do like the shuffle feet.
Yeah,
like when you're wearing
you
slippers that you don't want them to fall off. Yeah, just.
Yeah, and you notice.
And I'm glad no one can see me because it's not manly at all.
This plank is pretty short, and it reaches like a small stone that's in the middle, and then another plank has been set into a different direction. They almost zigzag laid across just stones that were sticking up out of this in the middle of this stream. So you start zigzagging your way across this water. All the while it's getting hotter and hotter to the point where it's almost more than you can stand, especially that axe on your back is starting to feel like it's glowing hot with just heat as it's absorbing everything around you. All the metal on your body is starting to just heat up to the point where you might have to like ditch it soon. And that's when you finally notice bubbling, boiling water. And when you look close, you notice there's almost molten rock coming out of the walls and then flowing into the stream, causing this huge gaping plumes of mist and smoke to just shoot up into the air as that river kind of starts taking chunks and carrying it downstream.
And the plank just keeps going?
And the plank keeps going until it hits another bank. And on the other side of this bank, you see just pools of this red molten rock. And there is a pathway forward, but the ceiling itself seems to be oozing with some kind of lava, basically.
The ceiling is lava?
The ceiling is dripping every here and there. It's like the walls, you wouldn't trust any of the walls because any one of them could give away at any second.
Look, I'm used to like the floor is lava, the white colored tiles on the floor are a lot clearly.
These are advanced rules, man.
This is walls and ceiling.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Fuck this. Does it look like it's navigable at all?
There is a pathway that hooks to the left through the middle of this, but you see those, like, the very air is blurry in front of your face because the heat dramatically just erupts in heat.
Eruption. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go back.
All right.
Carefully. Carefully, feet.
Yeah, the two of you hear like shuffling. Yeah. You hear some crocs just.
So wait, while you go one on the other side, while we're
like in 2-wheel drive, not 4-wheel.
Yeah.
No, I'm like an 8-wheel drive right now.
No, I'm talking about like crocs. Like when you don't have the back strapped, that's 4-wheel drive. When you have the little strap in the front, that's 2-wheel drive.
See, I've never owned Crocs, so I don't know the nomenclature.
Hey, I own Crocs.
But yes.
But yeah, while we're waiting, we just like kind of hear the steam around us and everything, like all the bubbling. Like I just want to I have my pinky on Pup's pinky, and I'll take it off, and I'll just kind of slowly like go up her arm or their arm, and then to their head, and just kind of just pet it and scratch a little bit, and just be like, "Hey, by the way, I'm sorry about your sister."
Thanks, but you have nothing to be sorry about yet, because we're gonna get her out. So. Oh
no, we're gonna free her.
Right. There's nothing to be sorry about yet, right?
No, we're gonna free her for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And same with your sister. All the sisters.
All the sisters.
All of them. Yep.
All right, Dresden starts making his way back, and as you guys are giving
Why the hell are you,
a nod
why are
to
you
all the
dancing like
single pups, Daye, you. Trust. You walk up to Daye, and you hear him just kind of sternly under his breath, like wagging his finger. And sternly speaking to this Freewind girl who's a little bit taller than you, but very slender and small, disheveled hair that's been pulled back into a small ponytail. And you just come up on him, and you see Zuna just kind of like hand on her head, clearly stressed out.
She's always stressed out.
Yeah.
What's up? How's the family reunion over here? Hello, I'm Trust, and I just like thrust my hand towards the child.
And Freewind kind of runs up to you. Oh, it is so great to meet you. My father just told me about you. And she grabs your hand, and then just looks you square in the eyes, very deeply, and then gives you a big hug. Thank you so much for keeping my parents safe.
Oh yeah, it's no problem. How is it down here?
Well, as you can see, it's just awful. The conditions that these people are under is terrible. It broke my heart.
It's not great.
But I do think with some changes around here, we might make it not a great life, but one worth living.
That is one option, and I look at Daladale like...
And Daladale kind of pulls you to the side, away from ears. And Freewin, you can kind of get the... You know when people have some kind of celebrity to them. You've seen famous people come into your bar. So everyone kind of... There's a pretty big... rumor mill starting, right? No one knows who these people are, and they're talking to her in a sidebar, and she seems fine with it, but there's a lot of people starting to raise questions and eyeing you guys suspiciously, and Daladale pulls you to the side and says, "Right, she doesn't want to leave. She wants to stay in this place. Something about not leaving these people, helping them out, well, it's right stupid, if you ask me. Please help me out."
What does she want me to do? I don't know. You're her dad.
You're full of weird tricks and amazing abilities, right?
No, I mean, I see what you're trying to do is flatter me into doing what you want, but I don't really know how I'm gonna have any sway over your daughter here. I mean, if we free them all, why would she complain about everyone being free? Let's just free them all.
Free them all? I don't know that we're gonna be able to do that.
Well, we don't even know how we're gonna get out of here.
Even if we were able to get up out of this platform, there's a whole set of Ashen Riders up there. We can't hide and sneak everybody. Our plan only works if there's a few of us.
Well, wasn't talking about sneaking everybody. I mean, we just get them out. Then they're on their own, yeah?
On their own? It's like signing the death sentence.
All right, Daladale. Well, good luck with your daughter. And I walk away.
Wait. He grabs your arm. Please. Just... I'm not against getting everybody out. Eventually. Just for right now. I've got to get my daughter out. You have to understand. I can't go another day leaving her down here, not knowing what's happening to her. You're a young lass, right? You know what goes on in young ladies' heads. I don't have a clue. I'm begging you, please. Please.
Well, you could always stay down here with her. Sounds like she's trying to make it a nice place.
Stay down here with her.
Listen, Daladale, we don't even know how we's getting out of here. I can't make up another plan when we ain't even got the first plan finished.
I thought we were just gonna put ourselves in the barrels and go up the way we came down.
If it works, that'd be great. But I don't know if it will. But fine. I will talk to your daughter. Why am I talking like you?
It's infectious, I know.
All right, Daladale, I'll go talk to your daughter and see what I can do. I walk away and go back to this daughter.
Okay. Yeah. She has since started like a stew. She's at a big cauldron nearby, and she starts throwing in. It seems like she's got like a pile of herbs and vegetables that look nice, surprisingly nice. And that soup you drink, you realized wasn't nearly as bad as it looked. It looked very plain, but it actually had some flavor to it. It wasn't terrible. And she starts what looks like just a big pot of stew as she starts cooking.
Hello. Was you the cook for the delicious meal?
Oh, it is one of my guilty pleasures. I do enjoy cooking, and there's just so many people to feed here. Don't tell the others, but I do enjoy it so.
A good hobby is nice to have, especially when there's not much else to be had around. Seems like you've done quite a number on this place around here, turning things around.
Well, yes. I've been trying my best. You know, it's strange, but I feel like I was called here. If there was ever a purpose to my life, I feel like I found it here, helping these people. Now, if only I could deal with Zaj and his crew, I think I could turn this place into something resembling a life. At least for the people.
But you's all prisoners down here. Is you trying to polish a turd? You can't polish a turd. What are you doing?
I don't like to consider us prisoners. I mean, yes, from one perspective we are, but you can be a prisoner on the outside as well. I've seen the immense poverty and the way people are treated on the outside, and
He's not wrong about that.
Can just be a state of mind. But I do understand that it's hard. Down here, it's very difficult not to see yourself as a prisoner. But I've made many friends. And I have had a lot of fun. I have some great memories of the people I've met here.
And the guards, they ain't too much to handle then? They's not so bad?
Well, I believe that with time, they'll come around. I've made their life easier as best I could. And I think that's helped. And we've come to some sort of agreement of trading our services and help to them for, well, what you see here, vegetables and herbs, and some medications and bandages from those who are sick and injured. I think within time, they will come around.
Here's what I'm saying, and I don't mean no disrespect. I think what you're doing is lovely, and I love that you feel drawn here and have a purpose, but, I mean, you knows why we're here, and you don't think you might be able to help improve things down here from up there? You don't think maybe you have now that you've seen it down here, you might be able to do something up there that would stop this? Because that's what we's in the business to do.
What could I possibly do up there?
And if you was up there and I told you you had something to be doing down here, you'd say the same thing. But you found something down here, didn't you?
I did. And I understand that my father wants me to give that up. But that's just not possible right now.
All right. I respect it. But you know, if you change your mind last minute, I respect that too. Because if they finds out what we do, it might not ever be nice down here for yous again. So, I'm just putting it out there, but again, not trying to force you to do anything. Full respect, my lady. I will let you get back to your cooking.
Thank you. And I appreciate your concern.
Right. And I walk back. I head back towards Hellwise and everyone, but I pass Daladale and I go, I tried, mate. We'll see where it goes.
Well, thank you for trying. I do appreciate you.
And I walk away as fast as possible before I start talking like him again.
Yeah, you start walking away. So Dresden, you come back. You eventually make it back, and you see Pup getting a head scratch. But you got to see it from really up close because that thick mist.
Yeah, no, I'm like I'm a foot from them before I even realize I'm there. Oh, good, great, I found you. All right, it's hell.
What did you find?
I thought it was more of like a diving board, like a walk the plank. It's a walkway off to some sort of hell. There's just lava or something dripping from the roof, the ceiling, whatever you want to call it, the walls, and there's a path in it, but I don't think it's survivable.
Huh. Because it probably just gets really, really hot and it cooks you as you walk. Oh, it could turn into like a little boiled egg.
Something like that. I've
Trying to
thought
roll a
about
chicken nugget.
ditching my armor, if I'm being honest.
Yep. Okay. Well, I guess now we know. That's pretty much all we they're here for, right? It's just information.
Yeah, and I'm not going further, so let's head back.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, but when we go back, what are we gonna do? What's our plan of action now that we're over here by ourselves and can talk freely?
It's a good point.
Good question.
All right. Well, we need to get your sister, right?
Yes, please.
And apparently, wait, did we hear the whole bit about the sniffing of the crates? We didn't hear that, did we?
No.
Okay. So we are operating without that knowledge. All right. So we've got to get everyone into crates. We've got to.
But we already know where the crates are.
Right. We know where the crates are, but we're gonna have to deal with that sicko with your sister, mother.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sister, mother.
My
What is
sister.
it? Sister. Great.
Yeah. You got my mother.
I did, and I think back, I did. She got shot. All right. Rezek, when are you going to be able to see again?
Give it some time, maybe a few hours. We have all day, so I'm not too worried.
So should we go
Okay.
look for your friend then? Because I feel like getting my sister might be the last thing that we can do, or we can go get her now. But the thing is, she didn't really remember me, so we would need to find a way to distract the dude before we get her. Otherwise,
We need all of our eggs in our basket, as it were, before we
before we boil
do that.
them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I found a place to boil them at least. All right. So we need to find Camden, right? He's with the others in the, what do they call it? The HQ, which is oddly
HQ.
named, considering it doesn't seem to be a headquarters of anything,
Yeah, it's a
More
strange,
like,
it's a strange name.
right? That's
Her
odd, right?
quail.
Who? Never mind. I know who raised you.
We literally just talked about my mother.
I think us dealing with Captain Akoto being the last thing is the best idea, pup. The question is, do we just straight up kill him, or do we try to
Spoil
sneakily
him.
get your sister back?
You said she didn't recognize you.
I
Didn't
don't
trust.
think so.
No.
But also,
No.
if we kill the captain, will they put up the thingy? What if he has like a thing that he has to do? Oh, let's kill him and then I can be him. Oh, that can be like,
You?
oh, put the thing up. We have to go up now.
And I shake into him.
Does it look the
God.
same?
Oh, I look and sound exactly like him. I just turn into him.
Are you as big as him and everything?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that explains the smell.
Wait, what's
Okay.
that? Wait, what does he sound like, Jaymes?
He had a deep, gruff voice.
Or
Like this.
what do you mean that's what the smell is?
Yeah, a little
What do you mean
deeper,
by that?
a little
What do you mean
gruffer.
by that?
There
What
go.
do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Oh God.
Well,
yeah, I mean, if
Pup had a
it
very-
looks convincing.
I mean, Pup had a very. They made a very good point. Captain Akoto could be controlling all these beasts with some kind of magical item of some sort, possibly. I'm not sure.
But we don't know what, right?
Yeah.
No, I wonder if it's just the way he looks.
But if we could kill him and then take
Oh my god,
that
I sound exactly like him,
control
you guys. Amazing.
and be able to control beasts, then that would be super helpful.
Yeah, that'd be great, but I don't think it's that simple. All right. Well, let's head back and at least try and get the attention of our friends, see if they've found everyone in the HQ.
I'm gonna turn back into the very average looking dude.
Very
Just wouldn't even
surprisingly
blink an
average.
eye. Yeah.
It's almost like you aren't here. Amazing. But the smell remains. And I slowly look at Rezek. Yeah, let's head back.
All right, so you guys wind through that the cavern, and the mist subsides, and that glow from the volcanic rock seems to dampen. And you still see those
Trip
two
you a little.
guards. One of them's now sitting down with his back against one of the posts in front of HQ, and he seems to literally just be like cleaning out his nails with a knife.
Is it just one guard?
There's two of them.
Two of them.
Yeah. One of them's sitting down, the other one's just kind of leaning up against a post.
Real Abbott and Costello. Great. Yeah. Let's just walk up and post up next to him, you know?
Mhm.
As one does.
Kick a rock.
You guys
Yeah.
kind of walk up and kick
My new
a
favorite
pebble
thing.
and post up next to him. And one of the guards just kind of looks up at you, kind of like, what?
What?
Can I help you?
Sure. What do you need help with?
Oh, I just thought it was an expression.
Oh,
What's up?
The sky.
is that also an expression? What are you getting at?
Look, man, I don't know what they told you. I didn't take Jake's pendant, all right? I didn't take it.
Prove it.
Where would I even put it?
Prove it.
Prove
Your
it. How
pants,
can
take
I
them
prove
off.
that I don't have
Your
them?
pants, take them off. Your pants, take them off.
All right. Whoa. Look, don't drop trowel. All right. I know a
Wait.
guy kept an
Trowel?
uncomfortable hunk of metal up his ass for years. All right. The question is, how much did you want it? How much did you want it? Tell us.
I didn't take the pendant. God,
And who did?
I don't know. How could I know? Why would I know? Look, I know Jake's
Why
been
don't you tell us?
Look, Jake's been out of sorts, looking for this pendant, blaming everybody, sending you guys to rough up people. Look, I'll save you the effort. I'll save your knuckles. I didn't do it. I don't have his pendant. All right?
Then you better go find it. And I just like look him, just like dead in the eye. Just
What? Where would I even begin?
And
I don't even know.
no,
And
go find it.
I do that thing that bros do, where I put my elbow up like on Pup's shoulder and just also do the look like you better go fucking find it.
Give me a intimidation roll.
Both of us?
Yeah, sure.
Intimidation. 17.
I think I farted. That's
I mean, no, it was just me because I was the one who said it first. Shh.
yeah, that's a 3. So it's not a great backup. It's not a great.
Yeah, so you post up on Pup to try and to
You best go find
help
it.
with that. And it's weird because when you lean on somebody, you're still trying to get your balance as you just kind of catch yourself with that big old axe
Right.
and try and save face. Yeah.
I like turn it Cullen up. All right, Cullen. Dresden.
And yeah,
and Cullen. To be honest.
Grab the axe. Whoa!
You growl at him. You growl at Dresden, which almost seems
And
to
then
freak
immediately
this guy out a
go
little bit
straight
more.
back.
Yeah, it almost freaks him out a little bit more. Just like whoa. All right, fine. I'll go look for it. I don't know what you're expecting of me. God.
And I look at his friend. You gonna help?
Me? What?
Did I?
Why would I?
Me? Did I?
But
You gonna help?
I guess so.
Good.
Look, we've got this. All right, go find it. It's easier for everyone that way.
Resnick
you
looks
sure?
so tough. Look at him.
Oh, okay. Are you guys gonna? You guys gonna stay here?
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
just said.
All right.
Now
Yeah,
go
that's
find.
what he just said.
Thanks. I'll go look for it. And he just kind of
Good.
turns and starts walking off. And keeps on walking. It doesn't look like he's going to the barracks. He just keeps on walking off to the west, somewhere else.
Yeah, if he turns around at all, I'm just gonna growl at him.
Yeah, he doesn't turn around. He just keeps on going. He actually
Hey,
seemed
smart
kind of
kid.
thrilled.
That was really good, you guys. That was really good.
Thanks. I was
So all did you?
practicing. I learned that from you, Dresden. Is that good? That was really good one, huh? It's so tough and intimidating. I was like, rah, I go do the thing.
Yeah.
But then you fell. Good thing I've been practicing.
This thing's really heavy. Yeah. Thanks for compensating.
Push-ups.
I feel like if you had to mimic Dresden at some point, you could totally do a great Dresden. You'd be perfect.
You really think so? You think that I could do a good Dresden? Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's so
yes.
Oh
Right.
man, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I want to do it right now. I know I can't, but I want to do it right now so bad.
Do not.
Kelwise
I
and Cornelia,
won't, but I
you guys are
want
still
to.
close to the entrance,
Yeah.
and you kind of see this whole thing go down. Trust, you kind of see them. They're not being quiet per se. Their sidebar is open
Take
to
off
the
your
public.
pants.
Yeah. You guys kind of all see them doing what they did at the front entrance, and can approach.
Bullying.
Yeah. Without being too conspicuous, like not too close, but I want to get kind of close by and maybe like take a seat or lean against something. Maybe like facing the opposite direction of our crew,
Oh, look
but
at you.
within earshot.
Okay.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Kelwise.
Kelwise, give me a D100 first off.
No, I almost rolled 100 earlier, so let's see how it goes. 54.
54. All right.
I
so
hope
Kelwise-
this is basically just that, like, the minutes to midnight, like, nuclear clock, and when he rolls the 100, it's just the whole thing ends. It'll be great.
You win!
Yeah. But if he rolls a 1,
Then I won't tell you.
yeah. Yeah. So you guys clock Kelwise just kind of leaning up against a post. And Rezik, you can see them. Rezik, you still see that chalk outline of the people that you were, keeping unseen.
Are you alright?
What'd you find? Yeah, we're fine, buddy.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well,
You didn't.
it looks like we got...
I can't see. All right, I can't see.
I grab his pinky.
Someone be his Lando Calrissian, by the way.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
So I kind of recap what Ander, in a very brief way, what Ander and I had talked about Zodge, about Truk.
Truuk.
Oh, there's two U's. Okay. Are there umlauts?
Flashback.
There may. It's hard to tell with the accent.
Okay. About how Truk had attacked Freewin and how Camden stepped in to stop them, and about the guy with the toothy grin and the greasy hair who's presumably a prostitute, and about oh gosh, what's his name? Hikoto and his belt, and how Ander had mentioned the belt that he used that the dogs and the wolf were attached to. So maybe that was like, because I thought that might be kind of an important fact.
And about the chest.
Mind control bell.
Yes.
Boxes.
Mind control belt?
Mind control bell. Break the belt. Break the bond.
We'll wear the belt and get the mind control.
Either way, it seems like
Bear the
that
belt. Bear
belt
the bond.
and control of those beasts that maybe he has on tap is going to be our key to either getting out of here or maybe our distraction. I don't know.
So you're telling me we have to seduce him, get him to drop the belt, drop his crown?
That can be arranged. Or we can kill him and then I can become him. I can take his belt, and I can take the pets, and my sister, and then we can go up, and then we can kill him.
I like that idea.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Trust.
Did you walk over? I thought you walked over.
No.
We're at the entrance, but I don't think it
was
really
walking
matters.
towards you guys. Trust was
Okay,
on her
great.
way to you.
Great,
yeah,
great,
yeah,
great.
yeah. She was approaching.
All right, did any of you find Camden?
Little horn.
Camden's in HQ with us, correct?
You had
That's
heard.
what I'm asking you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We didn't go find him.
Yeah, and I was wanting to ask Ander too. I don't know, because I'm still by him. I just wanted to ask if he's seen little old gnome people.
Yeah, he mentioned 2 people had taken the dive, and we wanted to ask him who had taken the dive, who the 2 people were by name, if he knew.
Well, no, I didn't really know them. I saw one of them. I was on work duty when he took the dive. In fact, I was 15 floors down when I saw him pass by. It was not a gnome, if I remember correctly, though. I think it was a human. Not very many gnomes down here, actually. I haven't seen
Are there
any
any-
older gnomes. Not at all.
That's a good sign.
And he kind of
Or a
like
bad sign.
peers around and he points out like a couple gnomes. There's really only like 2 gnomes, neither of which remotely look like anyone you recognize.
Okay. So we want to look for Camden.
Yeah, we still need to look for Camden.
Have you seen a human or anyone named Camden? He went to,
Yeah, you mentioned that
I don't know if we would know that
Camden.
actually.
Yeah.
he knows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Once he came back from the meat grinder, he's been different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But
over
where
there.
is he?
And you kind of point. There's an area where a bunch of people are laid out. Some with injury, some look sick, some look ill, and he kind of takes you over and huddled in like a cloak, a big dark cloak in the corner. You see a figure huddled, holding his knees, just kind of shaking back and forth, muttering something under his breath that's incoherent.
Are we all there?
Yeah.
Camden.
And you hear he stops for just a second and he starts rocking back and forth.
I said brace 2, soldier.
And this time it doesn't seem to affect him. He's just rocking back and forth, still muttering under his breath.
Great. I'm just gonna go over and put a hand on his shoulder, see if that elicits a response.
Yeah, you put a hand on his shoulder and he violently just leaps back, violently shoving himself against the wall, and he yells, "Don't touch! No touch! No touch! No touch! No touch! No touch! No touch!
Easy.
No touch! No touch!
Easy.
No touch."
Hey.
And he slowly just starts getting back into that rocking position, goes off into the corner and starts rocking back, and you hear him just, "No touch! No touch! No touch! No touch! No touch!"
Great. Whereas this complicates things. It looks like his mind's broken. I know you
And,
can't see, but you heard them.
Dresden, you
Yeah.
notice on the side of his head, just for the briefest moment, there's just 2 big red spots, wounds, right here.
Have I seen anything like that
they're
before?
Healing. No, but they look like almost like a thin ice pick or something had made this giant just protrusions into his head.
Is it like a normal wound, or does it look like some kind of like arcane
hard
wound? Like,
to
is there like
tell
any
because
energy in it, or is it just like a
looks-
normal wound?
It looks like a physical wound, and it's healed somewhat, but it looks like whatever made it really just broke through like the skull of his head. The wound doesn't look like it cracked his skull. More, it looks like a wound that was bored into his skull.
Do I recognize that at all? Have I heard anything about something that might do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, as far as you know, there's nothing you know that would make that specific marking.
Yeah.
But you do recognize that it's just like it's a very severe head wound.
Yeah.
Something has clearly bored into his skull.
Great. All right, Rez, he's been lobotomized one way or another. He's still there, but he's wounded. Here. That
Great.
complicates things. I don't want to leave him, but we're gonna have to figure out a way, if we can, to maybe put him out, put him down, and bring him back.
Yeah.
Have any of
Andrew,
you
do you
ever
know-
seen something like that? Yeah.
I was going to ask Skander if he knew what may have caused it, or who.
No, I mean, most people who go to the meat grinder don't come back, at least not whole. I've heard stories of people's limbs being thrown out from the entrance.
I think we might need to make a pass past that place.
I wouldn't recommend it. I really wouldn't recommend it.
Not even getting close.
From what I've heard, I mean, there's a gate, and then there's a boat, and you cross some sort of small stream on a boat, and unless you can bring treasure back, they won't let you back in. Once you go,
I don't think it would help anyway. I mean, the damage is done.
Right, but it's like a snake bite, right? If you know what snake's done it, you know how to fix it.
Perhaps.
Unless that steak was an ice pick.
Unless it was something completely different, you're right. But we'd maybe know a little more, no? Look, I'm not gonna jeopardize this mission over him. I love the kid, but I'm not losing all of your friends for him if he's already gone, as it were.
We'll find a way to get him
But
out.
if we can at least bring him up.
Seems like we're
That's
only
my
going to have
prerogative.
2 people. What, did you guys have any luck with Myrtle? This Myrtle girl?
Myrtle took the dive, right?
That's what they says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like some sort of hellscape on the far side of the dive. It's not exactly a board that you fall off of. It's a path that leads into some sort of molten hell. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Not-
Myrtle's dead, but I don't know if Myrtle's alive.
Not that it matters right now, but I think I think that area is called the plank, right, Ander?
Yeah, she went off to the plank somewhere.
What if
Yeah.
Dives
The plank.
that's an exit?
You think?
I mean, I don't know why it couldn't be. What if people go that way and then they think that they can't, and then but they actually can? What if it's like a test?
It's a
mean,
good
it does-
theory. I don't know if we have time to test it, though.
Right, it doesn't sound exceptionally likely.
And the dive and the plank is different.
Yes.
Yes, the dive is where they collect core, and then the plank is where they, unfortunately, send people to their end.
Yeet themselves.
Right, sorry, thank you.
We don't have confirmation that Myrtle actually is gone, but it doesn't appear likely. We could examine it more if you want to, Pup. I don't mind. We have time, but
I mean, I just
It
don't see why
was
not. It'd be really nice to leave here with everybody's people. I don't want to leave here without anybody's people.
Well, about that, it appears that Dalladale's daughter does not want to leave. So
Oh, so then they can just stay.
she thinks that she's meant to be here and that she can help the people's lives here.
Did you
Dalladale ain't too happy
see-
about it.
Did she have marks here? 2 red marks?
No?
No? Okay.
Did I? Investigation history check?
No, she didn't have any markings. You would
I
have
mean, if
clearly
she's
seen it.
happy here, Then who are we to tell her, no, you have to go?
Well, her parents are, to a certain extent, those people.
We
They
don't
can
have.
stay here
we
with
don't
her.
have- Exactly. We don't have control over that. Would I like to aid everyone down here? Yes. But that's not in our power right now.
I mean, I guess if anything, we know somebody for the future. If we want to come back and rescue everybody, there's somebody down here.
Fair
Right.
point.
Maybe.
I don't like leaving Dalladale, though. And
Mm-mm. I'm not sure
I
how to
don't
stay.
mind
We'll
it.
see.
I mean, as much as I'd like to think the best, I think Freewind's time as the matriarch of this camp is probably limited. Someone's
I
going to
tried
get
to
her.
explain it to her.
I think you're right. You know,
Well, I think for now though, this could be a good way to have a resistance kind of be built within the pit for now, and we can come back later, and hopefully they could have organized, and we can be able to release everybody. So that's might be a good plan actually.
We's coming back. Didn't know that.
We could.
Here's the thing, though. We might be able to, at some point, get everyone out of here, right? We might be able to free all of these people, but that doesn't stop the infrastructure that put people down here. That doesn't stop the action riders and the people paying them from gathering individuals and shoveling them down here.
Yeah.
How do we... I don't see an end to that.
Well, that's
So
a much bigger plan later, I think.
Right, but what's the point, then?
Of what?
Yeah, I mean, this is just going to keep continuing on until someone
If we
stops.
try and free everyone, it just makes space for them to double down on putting people back in here.
Yeah, no, I think
So
the
it
plan
sounds like
later
there's a
is to-
systemic problem.
I think the plan later is to find a way to take it all down, right? To take all the baddies down.
Is that our plan?
Yeah, and to rule.
That's certainly mine.
Take over.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, you didn't know?
No, I did not know.
Our plan is to free everyone.
I'm gonna be a king of the world, a king pup.
Look, this place has
And Tiny
Not only a
Toes
place
will
where
be
they-
my queen.
not only they have a place where they force slaves to do hard labor. They have beasts that tear people apart. They have two ways of dooming people to certain death. I think we need to take this place down eventually.
I'm not saying we don't, but we can free everyone here, and within a month it'll be full again.
Oh, I didn't mention the dream demon, by the way, too. But yes, so yeah.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Hoaxes?
Hoaxes.
Oh yeah, the booger, the booger.
How's that going, by the way, blind man? Still strong?
Can't see, so
It's probably a good sign. All I'm
Well,
saying
either-
is, we can free everyone in here, and there's a 50% chance they might all be back here within.
What
a
if
month.
Hoaxes is over there and he's really warm? So what if he is? What if that's him? What if that's Hoaxes over there at the edge of the plank?
Did you just
What if
unroll
we
a jump to
killed them?
conclusions, Matt?
What if we killed him?
Yeah, I'd
It
love
smells
to
like
kill
farts
Hoaxes.
over there. What if he farts a lot? He could.
Once again, it could have just been Rezik. Look at him. Look at that face.
That's the face of a farter.
That's what I'm saying.
I do appreciate we can all still laugh during all of this. I do like
Fact
that.
of the matter is we don't know who, what, or where Hoaxes really is. Hell, we don't even know really who the bourgeois is. He wants memories out of this. What was his goal? He wants his memory back from Hoaxes. He wants us
All
to kill
alone in the moonlight.
Hoaxes. We don't even know or have heard anything about a Hoaxes. Is Hoaxes what's controlling your sister?
What if the hoax
We don't know
is
anything.
a hoax on us? And
Fun play on words. Good job. You've saved us. Look at you.
yes.
Dresden,
Hey, I got us
How long-
alone.
how long were you in the commission?
Long enough. Long enough that they didn't want me in it anymore. If that says anything about getting old.
while you were in the commission, did you care about the capital? Did you care about the city?
Me?
Yes.
If I'm being honest, no, not particularly.
Really? Not the people? Not Tuck? Not Camden? Nobody?
My friends? Yes. My acquaintances? Yes.
Yeah, that's what a city's made of, is people. And if you...
Right
now there's a cancer building inside of our home. We can't let this continue. It needs to be destroyed.
It does. And what I'm saying is, I don't think it gets destroyed from within here. What I'm saying
I don't think
is,
so either, yeah. No, I agree with you.
Is that what we need to do is stop filling the cup before we empty the cup.
I agree with that.
What?
I think the short-term goal has to be get out of here with our friends, and then we need to solve this problem.
I actually don't know what that expression means either.
Look, this is a cup full of people, right? The Ashen Riders are filling it every day with more people, and it's being emptied by death at either the flank or the dive or the grindhouse, whatever that picture film is called. All I'm saying is we stop filling it before we empty it.
Okay.
Not to confuse the metaphor anymore, but the baddies are the hand pouring the people or the cup into the pit, and the hand need to go ahead and destroy that, take it out, and no more pouring.
I hate that I am more confused by this than anything. This is infuriating for me. I swear I'm smart. Good God.
Look, Pop, all we're saying is this pit is getting filled. And
so
there's
no
use
killing
emptying it.
hoaxes yet.
We
I don't
stop
know
the
about that.
outside before the inside.
But what we need to do is stop the infrastructure that's filling it if we want it to no longer be full.
Got it. And we do that by killing the guy who has my sister.
I think that happens either way.
Never mind. Bad question. Bad, stupid question. I'm just gonna not even ask it.
I think that I actually set the bar for stupid questions pretty high. So, you're good.
I was going to ask what the nature of democracy in Aventide was, but I clearly know that there is no democracy because it's ruled by the 6 houses and they're all monarchs of some form, correct?
They're more like...
Do they elect leaders?
No.
There is an election process.
Okay.
But those that get to elect... Just like Omara replaced the previous viceroy after the viceroy was killed under circumstances, and the other viceroys got together and approved Omara's station. So it's kind of like there is some sort of republic-ish, republic-light, I guess you could say. It's probably more of like
sounds like a federation.
It's more like a federation.
Yeah. I mean, the whole place is supposedly ran from like a commoner's perspective by like Elazar the Deathless is like the king, right? So he's the one that like
technically a monarchy. Technically.
Yeah, other than what I've seen.
Technically.
But you haven't seen the monarch in 100
because
years.
I may have.
I was just my mind was wondering what like Greta Thunberg of the pit could do if she were taken out and ran for some sort of elected office. Is that not what you were?
I don't know.
Was that not your envisioning
of her? To roleplay her.
You are killing my future.
When you said hair tied back, I was like, there it is. That's her.
Yeah. How dare you?
Oh my gosh.
I love that little girl.
Yeah.
All right. So that conversation happens.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and also what's right in front of us is, I think that it sounds to me that Zaj, that big guy in HQ, is a big problem. So maybe you guys should help with that, and we can help with Captain Okoto.
Kill him too. I'm just kidding. I don't really want to kill anyone, but I do want to get people out.
I mean, he's a pretty big guy, and we don't have swords.
And I've got a pretty big axe. Good point. Good point.
And when you put it that way.
And
there's
right
no
as you guys
fighting.
are speaking about that, you hear a and whoof, that flap opens up, and you see Zaj and a whole crowd of people just move away from his tent. Zaj just emerges out, starts looking around at the crowd, and he's got a big, it looks like a table leg in his hand that he's holding as kind of a cudgel of sorts. And he kind of like starts sniffing the air and then clocks Freewen making that stew.
Oh yeah.
And
Let's kill this guy.
slowly just starts walking in her direction, dragging this club on the ground, followed by 6 or 7. They're not big. They're not nearly as big as this guy, but they're humans, and they look just bigger than the rest of the people, you know? It's more of a comparative thing. They're big compared to the rest of the people there. But, I mean, compared to, say, Dresden, they're really, they would actually look on the smaller side. And he just starts walking over to Freewen, and you see Daladale and Zuna kind of just step up. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm ready for a fight. I'm like, all right. Like,
Yeah.
girl.
I'm just gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch, but I'm gonna get behind Zaj and his crew.
You guys
Okay.
be careful. We can't
Yeah,
do
you
any
guys
fighting.
circle
Well, shouldn't
around.
Yeah.
us gods
Keep
shouldn't
that in
us
mind.
gods step in possibly?
No, no fighting.
Wait.
until
And I
fighting.
look over
Well,
at,
if he
I look over at
stops it!
Frederick.
Are the dogs on him?
Zaj is
No,
the
it's Zaj.
boar man.
No,
Oh, that's right. That's
man.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
My bad.
And I look over at Rezik and go, "You're right, Rez. Fighting is off limits." And I just reach up and then flop the axe off my shoulder
God.
and start walking over and dragging it behind me.
Oh man.
Yeah, you start doing that, and you see
Oh.
Zaj kind of just hears that clink, and then you start walking over, and he looks at you. You just see fury in his eyes, anger, but he starts backing up a few steps.
What do you want?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you smell something funny out here?
No, I'm just walking around. It's me stew. Just getting some stew.
Well, then I think maybe you keep walking. No?
He kind of looks you up and down,
Man, he's a stinker, ain't he? He's pretty smelly.
starts sniffing you,
I can
and he
smell
starts
that, yeah.
sniffing you curiously.
Can I do the same? I want to like repeat it like behind him loudly, but also like a like the snarl sniff. I want to snarl sniff him from behind.
Okay, yeah, you do that. And he like whips around and looks at you, and just kind of confused. Really,
Is this something I can help you with? You look
Just-
confused.
Just getting my stew. No fighting here. No problem.
Of course not. No fighting, no problem.
Oh, he
He
couldn't
walks
fight anyway.
over.
He got his ass whooped. He knows that.
Easy.
My ass whooped.
he takes that club and
Yeah.
he starts tapping the ground with it.
You want to fight?
Oh, he's
You
like
wanna
a
fight
big,
me, huh?
he's like a big baby with a toy. Look at him. Oh, look at that little guy.
And you, give me a intimidation check.
It
Oh,
goes the
while
blind
he's-
man.
While he's doing that, can I like go around by his tent,
Mm-hmm.
circle around? Because I want to cut his. I want to, if there's ropes or something, I want to cut the ropes on his tent or do something with it.
Yeah, so you can sneak around. What did you get for intimidation? 12. Yeah, you start to poke this guy's buttons, which are huge. These huge red buttons, and you're just like hitting the ball, hitting every single one of them. It's an elevator, and I'm just lighting up the sky.
Oh, Buddy the Elf.
You say that, and he just starts huffing and puffing, like, and you start hearing some wheezing coming out of his nose as his head almost bores down, and you see his tusks just start pointing in your direction.
What's wrong, baby? You gonna cry? Come on.
Yes, if I could crush you. If you keep talking, I could crush you.
Yeah, totally.
Easy, Freddy.
No, this guy's a punk. Screw him.
You just roll for patience.
And you just start hearing scraping sounds as his foot just starts. You notice his foot, Dresden. You especially notice his foot just start scratching the ground, just getting a better foothold.
I'm behind him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
what's the
he
red-
kinda
Do I also
he
notice
kinda
this?
jumped to the side. He's facing kind of you guys. When you started making those noises, he moved away to keep you from being behind him. You see him, yeah.
really
I mean,
wanna
you would
trick
clock-
him.
You would clock him getting ready.
What's directly
for a
behind?
charge. Directly behind you would be that opening, kind of the opening to the place, the HQ, that small, open tented area. What
Matador.
might have had a gate at one point, but has been just destroyed or taken away and burned as firewood or something.
Well, are you gonna paw at the ground all day? Or are you going to walk?
He just kind of angrily, he seems to visibly start cooling his head off. It just takes him a long time. You can see, like,
Yeah.
the
Walk
neurons
away.
firing, and he starts grabs his
Imagine
bowl
being
from the
so
ground.
big yet being so small.
You guys trying to get us killed? What the fuck are you doing?
And I pick up a pebble and I toss it at his head.
You can't even
All right.
see him!
Yeah, I can't see.
Give me an attack. Give me. Well, he's big, so you can hear him. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
You're trying to get me into this fight, you son of a bitch.
Of course I am. This guy's a fucking asshole. We gotta kill him.
Yeah, I want him to die.
It has to be by
Oh
guard.
my god.
Talk
12.
too much lip.
12.
I have
Everybody
to
roll
give you that
initiative.
Gandalf speech about
Everybody
can you
roll
give them-
initiative.
Oh. Wait.
Everybody?
What do you mean, everybody?
Everybody
Everybody.
roll initiative.
Dresden, be a dick in the pit. Don't be a dick.
I'm not
That's a nice thing
like
to hear.
guys.
All right.
I didn't want to get dragged into this.
In the blink of an eye,
balls.
Dresden, you didn't
Someone
even.
being practical.
Your eyes almost couldn't keep up. He turns 90 and the second that pebble touches his skull, he turns a 90 and charges directly at you.
At me.
Full force, yeah. And this guy's maybe
Great.
7 feet tall, 350 pounds. And he's charging at
so
you
lightweight.
faster than you would have thought possible for someone of his size.
Faster than you can even imagine. Sorry, that's the entire
Fantastic.
the little
Imagine
Twilight
something
reference.
really,
Oh.
really fast. Now imagine something
Stop
slightly
it.
faster than that.
Oh my god. Well, hold on, Spider Monkey.
Oh wait, no, that's not. I was quoting Doctor Who. Just kidding.
All right, I got my
Don't.
Rezik,
blink.
we're gonna
Don't
have to
blink.
talk.
Blink.
Did you,
blink and you're dead?
Robbie, did you buy these dice from Will Wheaton?
I know. I'm never using it again.
Dude, mine are
Okay.
so good.
What do we got? What do we got for
up.
initiatives?
I am now gonna buy you all a second pair of dice so you can just not say that anymore.
Anybody?
on you.
Anybody get over 20?
No.
All right. Anyone
14.
15 to 20? Anybody 10 to 15?
12.
14.
Cornelia, trust. All right.
No,
5 to 10.
I got
6.
Oh, I got a-
got 12.
Oh, you
7.
got 12. I'm sorry. 7. And what did you get?
6 for me.
6 for you. And Dresden, what did you get?
Oh.
All right. Yeah. So you were kind of like, whoa. Let's not be poke
Pretty
the
dire,
beast.
that was very
Somebody
heavy.
pokes the beast, and then you instantly
heavy.
just that
Nice.
man bearing down on you. Trust you.
Yeah.
Just a fraction of a millisecond before this guy, you see him just turn towards Dresden and start charging full force.
Yeah. Sick. Do I get to do something?
Yes.
Oh, I'm first. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that when you were like above 20. I was like, oh, we're screwed. Okay, so I'm going to do. Sorry, D&D Beyond is not loading. I was on the wrong character. There we go. I would like to. Oh, I'll just use Vicious Mockery on him as he charges towards Dresden.
Okay, and that's a wisdom save?
Yeah, 13.
You're blind.
I don't know why he attacked you. Don't look at me.
Yeah,
I don't think he's one of them. I thought he was gonna attack me.
you mock
Or
him
me.
Viciously, but he seems to be in some sort of enraged state, and it doesn't seem like your words even reach him. With his squeal loudly and his thundering on the stone and how it echoes off the walls, it's almost impossible to even be heard.
Okay, how far is he from me? Like,
Well, you were close-ish to Dresden, so he's not that far from you, but he's getting much closer very quickly. Maybe
Closer
20
every
feet away.
minute.
Closer every 6
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah.
sure.
At times closer.
All
every
right,
minute.
well, can I just move, like, well, no, I can't do anything. I could just shout, "Oi, Dresden, look out!"
And Dresden, that's you.
Oh,
you
sorry,
hear.
I forget. What's his fake name? Jack Russell? What's his
Phil.
Phil.
You guys hear.
Sorry, Phil
Dresden,
Collins.
Watch
it.
out! And that reaches your ears just a second before that Zodge and his insane charge just comes barreling down on you, Dresden.
Tried.
Great. Fantastic.
And boom! You guys see Dresden lifted into the air, up, almost straight up, as this boar scoops and his tusk just nails him right in the armor. Doesn't pierce the armor, but hits the armor hard enough to dent it and send him flying about 10 feet straight up into the air.
Could you imagine how much that would hurt?
Dresden,
yeah.
you immediately take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and then you fly into the air and you crunch against the ground, and you take another 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you onto the ground. And he just looks at you, and he raises his club, and he's just ready to smash down on you. Pup, you're up.
You're still
Well,
conscious,
I see
Dresden?
this.
Yeah.
Cullen? Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That would have
A lot, yeah.
killed me. I mean, as a armed guard, I take out my staff and I bap him on the head.
Okay. Roll a BAP check.
12.
A 12. A 12 hits.
He's so big. It does.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, God. 7.
7 damage. Okay.
Uh-huh. And then
it's unfamiliar to you. You hit him with the staff, and the wood of your staff almost groans in protest It's as if you hurt your staff more than you hurt this guy.
Oh no. My staff is actually made out of metal. It's a pole that I found in the ground.
All right. Well, your pole cries in,
Cool.
in disbelief. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, with my other hand, I pop and then I bonk.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him again with my unarmed strike for my bonus.
Tasty.
That one is a 10.
10 hits.
Ah! Why? I mean, yes. Oh god. 4.
4 damage. Again, you punch him and it's like you're punching a tree trunk. A solid tree trunk. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell if he's even aware of it because he's just looking at Dresden with murderous intent.
Oh, good.
Anything else?
That, I believe, is all of my actions.
All right, Rezik.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to take a step away to get out of his melee range since he's so focused.
Okay.
In an attempt to not have him focus on me for that.
Yeah, you step away and he doesn't seem to even follow you. Doesn't even seem like he clocked you there.
More like an attack of opportunity.
Haha.
Got him.
Rezik, you see the chalk outline of Dresden fly temporarily and then crunch against the ground. It's hard to tell where this guy is specifically, but, you know, from where Pup was attacking and Dresden is, you can kind of triangulate.
Rezik.
Jurassic.
Oh, Dresden. Sorry. What are you up to?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of try to back up as much as I can. And would I like know if the guards here use magic at all?
Probably. You'd assume not. Because
No.
most people,
Okay.
it's very rare for someone to be able to even use magic, as you know. Very, very few in the commission have the aptitude for it. And even fewer can get past, I mean, to where you are. You're kind of like the 0.1% of magic users in the commission. So you would assume these guys seem pretty untrained. They don't seem super, you know, at least with the way you cast magic, it took you so much time and effort and study and practice and discipline that it would be unlikely.
Tight. Can't use magic. That's great. I will just back up as far as possible, and I will try to throw a dagger in the direction of where the noise of the boar man's coming from.
Okay.
As I'm walking backwards.
Roll an attack.
And I can see my
Disadvantage.
friend, so I'm not gonna hit my friend. Obviously, I'm saying.
Well, you're not gonna
where
try
the
and hit your
noise is
friend.
happening.
You're not going to try and hit your
You started. You started this.
Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Okay. So what would that be? I don't have a thing up for a dagger. I think a dagger is like a. Let's see here.
So roll a dexterity.
Well, I rolled a 13. Okay, so plus dex and
13 with disadvantage
efficiency?
would hit. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah. So
And
you
then
throw a
D4?
dagger and it hits. Yeah, D4 plus your dexterity.
So that's a 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. The knife. You throw it and it spins and it scratches his side, and he's got thick fur. It cuts through his clothing, and he's got thick fur, and it's hard for you to tell, obviously, because you're blind, if it really even did anything to this guy. It's very hard for you to tell. But
All right.
you did you kind of see that you throw the dagger and you don't hear any of your friends scream, so you're pretty sure that like you didn't hit any of them at least. Kelwise.
Yeah. So the first thing I do is go, no fighting! While also simultaneously elbowing Ander and being like, kind of laughing at Dresden before we knew how bad it was. Because we saw him going for it. It was kind of like, and then he hits the ground and we were like, oh. And it quickly went from like, hey, he's getting his comeuppance to like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, and Anders doesn't seem like he's having as good of a time. He really seems like freaked out, like he doesn't know what's happening. Guards are fighting Zaj, and Anders is kind of backing away, like, not my monkey, not my circus. And he's tugging on you too, like, let's just let them deal with it.
Yeah, and I think he might be right about that. What are Zaj's compatriots doing? What are those other people who are like kind of his backers? Are they just milling about?
So you
are they
look around
there?
and it doesn't look like any of them want to get anywhere close to Zaj right now, because he's just flailing about in a rage. But also they keep looking at the guard. Like Zaj is attacking guards right now. So like there's that extra layer of do we help him? Like, can we cover this up? You see all of them kind of weighing their options, like Zaj is going to be this mad. The Ashen Riders might be this mad. None of them have taken action. They're all kind of weighing their options.
Yeah. I think this is one of those situations where I don't actually want to fight anything because I don't want to bring consequences in the near-term future for my actions. So, that being said, because I'm thinking with my brain, his tent is behind me, I would imagine. Is that right?
It's off to the side. It's where Cornelia kind of snuck around. It's like a bit to the east of where you're at. Like you could have a clear line to it if you wanted to just skirt around the crowd. You could probably just skirt around over to his tent if you wanted.
Yeah. I am going to skirt around to the tent. I'm also going to point at Zaj with my arm out. Just like very obvious where the direction that he might be is, in case someone who's blind needs to know where the person is that he needs to throw a knife at. And I'm just gonna kind of like back toward his tent. And if I'm close enough, then I guess I kind of want to, if no one's looking, I want to peek inside.
Well, you could probably make it up to the tent while doing all that skirting around the crowd.
Okay.
It would probably be your full action and a dash to try and like. Because you are going through people as well. It's not just like, a straight shot there.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That makes sense.
Through people. People are like scurrying away. There's kind of an uproar going on right now. People freaked out. Some people are excited. Some people are don't know what to do or kind of frozen. And yeah, you kind of pull up right next to Cornelia as she, as it's her turn. As she starts to, you make it over to the tent. And,
okay, so we're both
pops up right next to you. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I was gonna maybe hopefully they come back in here and the tent was gonna fall on them and then we could just be like stab, 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 stab.
Ooh, a booby trap.
But now I'm wondering, do you think that Zaj's buddies might turn on him? Like, be like, hey, Zaj is gonna get you guys in trouble. Like, you should.
Maybe. Best case scenario. But if that doesn't work out, I have a couple rope traps that we could use. Anyway, just throwing that out there.
Oh, maybe you can set those up and I'll go kind of
do rope stuff.
Yeah. So, actually, minor illusion, can I say like sentences or just noises? Is it just sounds?
Noises. I don't think it can make words.
Noises.
Yeah, it's just noises.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
From
I'm
a
gonna.
whisper to a scream. It could be your
Yeah.
voice, someone else's
You
voice.
could maybe get like a one syllable word out.
Okay, so am I close enough to Zodges? I think I'm gonna try to do that. Like, go next to them and just be like, "Hey, your buddy's gonna get you guys in trouble. You need to calm
Okay.
him down."
Oh, I think it can. It says it could be your voice, someone else's voice, the lion's roar, beating of the drums, any sound you choose.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well,
it
then
could be
there
a
you go.
voice.
Yeah.
Probably for sure
But
do words.
sound and
Yeah.
stuff.
But it says voice.
It says like
specifically.
legitimately. It says voice. Yeah.
Right, but voice is then any sound you choose. You know what I mean? It's a question of how much that voice can then pontificate.
Well, if
Oh,
you can do
gotcha.
beating drums, that implies it's going to go on for some amount of time. It wasn't single gunshot, right? So presumably,
Right,
I mean,
But
it
it's
can
drum
last
is-
All right.
a minute.
Here we go. Anything
Sound
you
over
can
and over.
say within 6 seconds. I'm gonna count to 6, and anything
my
you want to
gosh.
say within 6 seconds. Starting now. 1,
Zodges gonna take you guys into trouble. Oh, fucking penis!
5, 6.
Oh my god. Best spell ever. Best spell ever.
Well, I gotta get a little 6-second timer now for things that happen all the time. All right. Well, all of them kind of
that's startling at the very least.
yeah, the majority of them surprisingly start looking around. A little bit stunned, a little bit confused, a little bit scared even. I don't know that your message got across to them. But you can certainly try again after Dresden's turn. Dresden, you have felt better, but yeah.
So just to clarify, I took 16 points of damage.
Yeah, so you got knocked up about
Great.
10 feet in the air and you fell just flat on your stomach.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try and take that as best I can, and take that shock and see if I can't roll it into a really great second wind. And just immediately be like, oh, you better bring it, brother. You better get
Yeah.
that shit together, all right? You and me, right now.
And
just
it's-
fucking not
it's-
being hurt.
That's all you guys see. Like he took a wound that should have been mortal to a normal human, but seems like Dresden's bones have been broken and re-healed so many times that they're just thick, calloused. It's almost like he's got a little adamantine screw here and there that just gotta held his body together, more so than a normal human.
Okay. Oh, please, fucking please. Okay. 9 points
All right.
of healing.
Yeah.
For that.
Nice.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm still prone. I'd like to stand up
Yeah.
if I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hop up.
And I'd like to stand up and while I'm doing that, just grab the fucking herniax and in one smooth motion just freaking start spinning and fucking come all the way around and just try and whale this douche.
All right. You start tornadoing this guy. Give me an attack with disadvantage.
Oh god, it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad. But I can't die without using the herniax.
Herniax.
Okay. With disadvantage? 19.
Yeah. Yeah. You get up and in one fluid motion, you use
my own dice.
You guys see, Dresden uses his core not just to stand, but as leverage to just wrench this axe in almost like an uppercut motion as he stands up at this thing, starts throwing it around. Give me a d20 for damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Don't screw me now. Don't screw me
Plus your
now.
strength.
Why? 10. No, 10.
10.
So halfway.
Okay, yeah.
That's pretty good.
You cut at this thick leather hide this guy's made out of, and you, for how heavy this axe is, you would have assumed it would have chonked him more than it did, but it seems like he's just, it's like the muscles themselves are rejecting your weapon. They're just like
awful.
spitting out. You've cut
That's not
into
good.
this, like the sinew of his body, and it's almost like the muscles around his neck are rejecting your axe blade.
Yeah. Okay. How does he look? Does he look hurt at all? As I'm
Yeah, it's hard to tell because you're spinning around, but you swamp your head around, and that murderous intent in his eyes just seems to be intensified.
Great. Well, fuck this dude, and I'd like to action surge, and I'm gonna take the axe all the way around again. And
Okay, awesome.
Let's
This is gonna be so bad. Oh, one of them was a natural 20. God damn it. That is a 17.
17 hits.
Ooh,
17
yeah.
hits. Roll that d20.
Yes.
All right, Bobby. This one's you.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm doing it. This is
I don't
gonna
trust
suck.
it.
That's 23 points of
Calculator.
damage.
You pulled out.
Is that a natural 20?
No, it's
Yes!
18. It's an 18. Oh wait, no, not plus 5, plus 4. 22, please.
That's still pretty good. That's still pretty great.
So, Dresden,
God.
you swing the first time, it cuts him right across his throat, and those muscles reject him. And it was kind of that upward motion. You spin around, come up,
There's a
you
world.
take all that momentum, and just come straight down on his head, and it right into his skull, dealing 22 points of slashing damage as it chunks into him.
Herniax damage.
And to your
Immediately
horror,
suffers a hernia.
give me a strength check.
He goes, oh.
Oh no. 16. Just straight strength?
Yeah.
Okay, 16.
Unfortunately,
No!
you plant this thing in his skull, right? You know, he, with his offhand, grabs the axe that is embedded in his
not
head,
dead. He's not dead.
rips it out of his hand and his head and yours, just blood trickling down, and you can see that he's in this weird state, and he's holding this thing in one hand, just one hand. He raises it over his head, right at you, but Trust gets to go first.
Oh, okay. By the way, sidebar, Kate, this is feeling a lot like that D&D episode in Before the Storm. Am I right?
True.
Okay, so I'm going to. We are gonna do something cool. Thunder wave. No, we don't want to be noticed. That's loud. I might cause a cave-in down here.
So well before.
It has though. All right, I don't want to hear any of you.
I have a hair.
Any of you hacking I'm 30 feet away from this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I use Bane, it says up to 3 creatures of your choice, but I can just do it on him, right?
He's got friends.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything.
Yet?
True, but
I think I put a stop to that. So,
yeah, you might have. It's still a Wisdom 13 save. I'm afraid you're not gonna do any. You're gonna roll and get it again. I'll try it. Okay, I'll try Bane. I'll cast Bane on the big boy.
Okay. What is that? A save? Wisdom save?
Charisma
Charisma save.
again. Yeah.
He fails.
Yes.
He has now
Okay.
D4'd down on attacks and saving throws. You what is your Bane kind of? How does it formulate?
I concentrate, and out of my long fingernails, like kind of like this black shadowy stuff comes out, and it like starts swirling around him.
Okay. Yeah, so Dresden, well, you're not, you and Pup kind of see this swirl up close, swirling around him. It's not something you've ever seen before. You can't tell if he's getting more powerful.
Yeah.
It's tough to tell.
Fuck.
And while that's happening, that axe raised, his arm is maybe a good 3-4 feet long. So that axe is close to 10 feet in the air right now above your head. Like a pendulum.
Who's after
just
me?
swinging straight down at you,
Wait.
Dresden.
Is he after me? Is
Yeah.
Balrog after me?
And you just see that axe coming straight for your head.
Great.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Asshole.
Love it.
We have a 15-minute break, and we're going to come back. We're going to give away some stickers, and then find out if Dresden still exists
Just
or
instant dead. Just
not.
instantly dead.
Yeah.
3.
Hey, everybody.
2.
We're back from our break.
Wait, what?
Speaking of...
Wait, one more. Do you want to be thrown off of the dive, or do you want to be thrown into the plank lava?
If I'm dead, I don't care.
Blood
Dealer's choice.
bursts out of the wound like an anime as Zaj rips this axe out of his head. One-handed, looks down at you, Dresden, and with all the force he has and every muscle in his fiber, swings straight down at you.
Every muscle in his fiber?
Every fiber, muscle fiber in his body. Let me just... Jesus.
Wait.
I have 2 brain cells as well, apparently.
James has 2
James.
Yeah.
So you just like blew to the next turn, but I wanted to give Dresden inspiration. as a
Oh,
bonus
I'm
action.
so sorry.
It's okay.
You see this axe raise up, and you have 6 seconds to inspire him. 5, 4,
Dresden, you're beautiful.
3,
You're so strong. You're way. Oh,
2,
that's not how I talk.
1, 0.
Oh my God, why are we all failing at this? Oh my God.
All right, Dresden, you hear that?
Nobody here should ever do a calling contest.
And because of the strange circumstances,
timers.
you get the intent of the words, and you're like, you have a weird way of expressing yourself, but it's comforting to know that you're with me as I breathe my last breaths on this earth.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like a
The
death
axe.
shroud settling on the shoulders.
The axe comes swinging down at you, but not in his hand. It seems blood is slippery and wet, and that axe he swings at you out of his hand, falls to the ground as he tries to pull blood out of his eyes and rolls a natural 1. Trying to figure out what happens as the axe literally just falls to the ground, almost hitting himself with it.
Oh yes.
Pup. In this moment, he reels back.
This magic moment.
He reels back, and as he does that, wiping the gunk out of his eyes, you see a giant crack in his head. You just see this giant gaping hole in the base of his from the base of his skull all the way to the top. But he's pretty tall. You would almost have to like leap up onto him to really whack at his brain.
Yeah, monk stuff. Let's do it.
All right, give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, okay. Athletics or acrobatics? I will be doing acrobatics. Thank you, Bobby. I can swear.
God. Now I'm scared every time.
30, 20.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. So you jump onto him, and he instinctively tries to buck. And you're training with being a monk, being with wolves, being with other animals. You just, it's so natural for you to just absorb that. And you climb up onto his shoulders, and you can almost see the smooth curves of what might be brain matter, viscera, just in his head as he tries to look up at you. What are you doing?
Smooth brain, sleek. I'm gonna bop him with my metal pole.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Bonk. I will be going for a bonk.
Okay.
19.
19. All right. You hit. Roll damage.
Oh, wrong dice. 5.
5. So, you guys see Pup jump up this guy's shoulders, stand on top of him, takes her metal pole and just shoves it into the hole at this guy's skull. And you hear and rips out, and more anime blood just comes out of his head. And Zaj just kind of starts stumbling back and forth. And then looking at his hands. Looking at his hands, looking around, he just starts to blink like he doesn't know where he is. And just kind of slowly sits down onto the ground with Pup still on his shoulders, ready to just give him another. And he just
Am I like Jack Sparrow at the beginning of Pirates, just holding on to the mast?
Basically, yeah. And he just starts looking around, and he just, Ma.
Oh, come on! No, don't do this to us. Come on.
And he falls over, and he's just twitching, still breathing, just twitching on the ground, convulsing, spasming as just blood every once in a while just.
Do I put this piggy out?
And
Sure.
It seems
I turn and look at my.
We can drop the initiative order.
Well, certainly not going to market, and I slowly go over and wipe off the herniac.
Go to the market.
And I walk over as best as I can. And I turn to the others, and I'm just like, "This should be a lesson to all of you. Don't fuck with the gods."
Is he looking at anyone? I'd like to check.
Yeah. Roll a D100. Roll a D100.
Okay.
Are we sending this
64.
piggy all the way home?
What?
64.
Oh, 64. He looks at the majority of the people. If by accident,
it's a little bit to the side.
He looks at out of the 200 people here, he looks at approximately 208 of them. Or 228 of them.
What? He found extra people. It's amazing.
I don't math.
100
Seem right.
Wait, 120. Did I say 200?
I said
128. I can't even do simple arithmetic right now. Jesus. I'm so sorry. 64 doubled is 128. I should.
Do you
know
just like
this.
pop a hernia trying to do that math? Or?
Yeah, right.
Smooth brain
All right.
hernia, baby.
Yeah,
Smooth
he
brain
dropped the
hernia.
herniacs
Leap.
right onto the dungeon master, and the game was over.
We have one.
Yeah.
Like Windex.
Yeah, and you say that, don't mess with the gods, and you see everyone kind of just backing up. Like, there's been a major power vacuum that has just occurred. You see all of his cronies kind of looking back and forth like, what do we do? Where do we go? How do we proceed? Yeah. What are the rest of you guys doing? Kelwise, you and Cornelia were at that tent, right?
Yeah, we
What
are.
are you guys doing?
Well, the owner's dead, so
We're taking it over.
Yeah, I mean, that was my first thought. The repercussions for looking inside have to be pretty minimal at this point. So I guess I just want to take a peek inside at the very least.
Yeah, so you go inside this huge room, this big tent, and you see a pile of random assortment of things. There's just a bunch of stuff in here. To assume people just collect because stuff is rare. You never know what you're gonna need. So it seems like they've just been hoarding stuff. There's a giant pile of things in this room. Do you want to start just like sifting through it?
Yeah, like weapons
Yeah.
or books.
Both
or
of you
what?
guys give me an investigation check.
Not with Bobby's dice. I mean,
Never buy your friend's dice,
actually, I'm gonna roll it now.
because you are to blame for every bad roll going forward.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got a natural 20. What did you get?
I
You
decided
didn't.
to roll with Bobby's dice anyways, and I got a natural 1. I was like, I better not roll with the other one now, because it's gonna be
there's
bad.
there's two piles of stuff. Cornelia, you take one pile, and Kelwise, you run over to the other. Cornelia, you find a bunch of just, it looks like junk. You find barrels which have a tiny bit of oil left in them. Like, looks like lamp oil. You find a couple wooden benches. You find some wine that has probably turned into vinegar at this point. You find like a rollout mattress that has been kind of torn in two. You find some old clothing as well that at one point would have been nice but has just been not well taken care of. You find a set of small hammers, almost like jewelry hammer, just tiny little small things. You find 8 broken lamps. You find a bunch of wooden chests that have nothing in them. You find what is crazy, but it's almost like the inner workings to what could have been a huge mechanism, maybe a catapult of sorts, just pieces of what would look like a catapult broken down. You find a couple sacks of what looks like some kind of grain, almost wheat-like, almost oat, almost wheat. It's hard to tell. You find some ores.
Or wheat?
Maybe some wheat. It's weird. I don't know.
I'm putting that in my pocket.
Okay, you get the sack, the wheat, and you find some salted ham, salted meats of some sort that have just been dried, and what looks like an old wooden axe.
All right, I'm for sure gonna take some of the cloth and I'm gonna just drench it in some of that oil, whatever's left over, and just kind of put that somewhere on my body.
Sure.
But
and
otherwise,
yeah, anything I said, you can take what you want.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, leave what you want.
Okay, perfect.
You walk over to the other side, Kelwise, and you find a a chest, and you open this chest, and at first it just looks like there's a few blankets, but kind of on closer inspection, you notice that there's like a false bottom, and you kind of open up this hatch, and you see that the chest has been kind of built. There's a hole under the chest, like there's a big. I mean, this chest is huge.
What?
There's a hole, like someone.
Yeah,
dug
no,
out.
I heard you. I was just surprised.
Oh. And you lift up, and there's this some pretty valuable looking gems, jewelry. There's a scroll with weird markings on it, similar to the markings of what Rezik was looking at earlier. The things you found in that case in Omara's place. You also find what looks like it's like a bluish metallic dagger, and it looks to be very, very fine, and it's in a nice kind of leather case, and the leather on the sheath has cracked and kind of gone bad, but it still looks nice. But this blade feels very solid. The entire blade is made out of this bluish metal, and it's got a very specific odd style to the hilt that you've never seen before. Just decorative. As well as you find what looks like maybe a magic rod of some sort, something magical. This long rod just kind of oozes energy, crackling almost unnaturally.
Yeah, I want to take every single thing you just mentioned,
Okay.
and the dagger would go into my right boot.
Okay.
For
let's
now.
just put that right in there. The rest of the items, is there anything, you didn't mention it, but is there anything in this room that's like a backpack or that like we could use to carry something?
I mean, there's those old clothing. You could probably make like a sack out of those old clothing.
Yeah, let's just do a hobo sack. Just throw the things in the sack, tie it up, and kind of sling it over my shoulder. Hobo sack. We all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay, so you hobo sack all that.
A tramp sack.
Yeah.
Tramp sack.
Don't call it a
Tramp
comeback.
And as that's happening, you guys start to hear a whistle. Someone's blowing some sort of whistle. It seems like this commotion has obviously raised some sort of alarm. And you start hearing footsteps, many, many pairs of footsteps kind of trudging around towards your location.
Us or everybody?
Everybody hears that.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we're leaving the tent first of all, since we've
Okay.
looted.
While they're approaching, I'll just be like, Eva, if you can hear me, I can use some help right now, definitely, if possible.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear a Rezzy, I was just getting such good sleep. I had a dream
I'm so
that you were making
sorry,
me a
dear.
painting, but then the painting came alive.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's amazing, actually. But
Yeah.
let's talk about that later. There are people coming, bad people, and I need your help again, okay?
Okay.
Right, so
And then slowly your vision just
thank you, dear.
and then you see immediately your vision kind of goes straight to the boar man, Zaj, and his head that is just split in half, and there's just blood splitting everywhere.
Good work.
Razzie, what happened
Yes?
to him?
Oh, he's a bad man, and we just took care of him. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay.
Why is he moving all weird?
It's gonna be. He is. Well, you're a ghost, so he's dead. We killed him. But he was very, very bad. You understand?
You killed him?
Yes, dear. We can't have this conversation right now, unfortunately, but I will explain in a little while, okay?
Yeah, and as that happens, you see just footsteps. Maybe 20 Ashen Riders show up at the front of this opening, and people clear away immediately. Everybody clears away, and one of the men kind of walks up, looking at Zaj, pretty awkwardly, like, and then looks up to you guys, dressed as Ashen Riders. Wow. What happened here?
Rules no fighting, right?
Yeah. Was he fighting?
Fighting. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys took him down?
Yeah. It's our job, right?
Yeah, well, I would have called for backup. I had a Captain Okoto take care of this guy.
Well, sometimes you just got to do the job, get it done, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a reason we're wearing these outfits and you're wearing those outfits, okay? So we took care of it.
And he sees
And I
him
just
kind of
look at
twitching.
Stop!
Well, we're wearing the better class of outfits.
You know, but stop!
Why?
You see the guy come down, kind of
I
like.
won't talk anymore. I don't.
You see
No,
this
keep
kind
talking.
of
It's so good.
this wash of bravado.
I don't know
kind
what's
of
wrong.
overcome this guy who kind of talking to you guys, and he's just like, well, that's a load off. This guy's always giving us problems. He like, very unemotionally, pulls out a knife, walks up to Zaj, and just slits his throat. And it takes some effort, and he's just sawing for a while, and he's just totally emotionless. Saws a hole through his throat. It's just like, well, I guess Koto's playthings are gonna eat well tonight, huh? And the other Ashen Riders kind of laugh and snicker about it. They're like, well, get the card. Let's get this guy out of here. Stinking up the place anyway.
Pork roast, bacon,
And this guy,
belly.
who's, he's a little bit
Pork
older,
belly.
maybe in his mid 40s. He's not a big build, but he's definitely not small. You guys catch he kind of looks at Freewin, and Freewin kind of gives him a nod, and he nods back at her, and they haul. I mean, it was great effort. They haul Zaj's body out of the tent, or out of the HQ area, and start.
Was that an
wheeling
Ashen
away.
Rider?
Yeah.
That was an Ashen Rider? Okay.
Yeah.
just checking.
And the Ashen Rider kind of comes up to you guys. Well, I think your good work deserves a drink. I don't recognize you. Are you guys new?
Yeah, we just cycled in. Name's Phil. Phil Collins.
Phil
With a
Cullen.
bloody hand.
Well met.
The
Case.
same.
He
Case
grabs your case him. He grabs your
You-
forearm. Just that.
And I
forearm
grabbed
grab.
its back. You wouldn't happen to have a brother named Casey, would you?
KC. No. Only child. Only child. Yeah.
Long shot. You said something about a drink.
I think you've earned it. He walks over
Do
to
you
the other two
have
of you
hot
guys.
chocolate?
Hot chocolate? I don't know if we have any chocolate down here. But you won't need any of that. We have plenty of ale. Kasem. Well met.
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell. And you there. He kind of looks at you, Rezik.
Yeah. Fred.
Fred. All right. Well. Let's go get them drinks, huh? You've earned it.
Is this the one that made nodded to our little friend?
Yeah. He's the one who
Okay,
sawed
okay,
through
okay.
Zaj's throat and nodded to Freewin.
Okay.
And it wasn't, and yeah, obviously it was like not predatory at all. It seemed like
No.
Freewin reciprocated
It's like
like it was
bro
almost
nod,
like,
bro nod.
you okay? She nodded.
Yeah.
He nodded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
The three of you guys are led out and to the barracks called the Lowe's. that is outside of the HQ. One of the Ashen Riders wheels in a big keg, opens a tap, and then just with like a handful of flagons, maybe 5 in each hand, just starts filling them all up and handing them out. And it looks like they've been wanting to get rid of this guy for a long time. But how do you get rid of somebody that big without sustaining major damage to your abdominal area?
I was about
16
to say,
points.
I was about to say I know how, and then I was about to say, nope, I don't know how.
With better friends, maybe.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, they all just slap you on the back, and it seems like they're just having like having a party. They keep just putting ale in front of your hand.
Do you have
The second
anything
you're-
sweeter?
Sweeter? Nope. We got this, and we got some water. That's it. I mean, realistically, you'll find us men, we don't need much else. Right?
Have you tried anything else? You'd be surprised. It's so good.
I mean, come on, Jack. Nothing's as sweet as victory anyway, right? Right,
I
guys?
don't know. Have you had hot chocolate? It's pretty sweet.
Well, I've
I
heard
just
of
shrug
it.
at him.
Only the manliest of men can drink it as hot as it gets. So really, I'm the strongest one here.
I don't think anyone's doubting that.
You
but-
took down.
And I'm
down
also
Zedge.
just like the bloody pole, just
Yeah. No one's doubting your bravery. To our
So,
hero,
like,
I want chalky milk.
making
The
the
chalky
pit,
milk.
making the pit a safer place
Oh.
for all of us, helping us
For all.
improve life for the White Ones. May they find the grace of Mayan through their work and deeds here. And they all cheers.
Mayan.
And start taking a
The
sip.
grace of Mayan.
Hot chocolate.
The rest of you, what are you guys doing right now?
So the first thing I wanted to do is kind of gauge Freewind's reaction to all of this. So she had been cooking, and she gets this nod from this guy. But what's her face saying now that this guy is gone?
She looks almost sad, very distant.
Okay. And what's everyone else's general reaction to this? I mean, there's a lot of people here, so it might be hard to have like one general reaction. But is it like, are people elated? Are people like just kind of like, oh, well, this guy died?
Yeah, and what is
The
his people? What are his
majority
people
of the
doing?
People, majority of people, including his followers and cronies, they're all in shock. The general sense is that they're in shock. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't know how this is going to pan out. They don't know what the repercussions are going to be. For the majority of the people, look maybe a little relieved that it's over or that he's gone. It's hard to tell. But most people
Is
are
there
generally
anyone?
just- yeah.
Is there anyone around me where I can just kind of be like, well, glad he's gone.
Yeah, sure. So you're just gonna
What
turn
did
to the
they
nearest
say?
person?
Yeah.
Okay. You're like glad he's gone, and you turn and you see this maybe mid-teens boy with a long neck and some yellowish fur. And he goes, "Oh my God! I beat myself twice. I thought they were gonna crush me. Oh man, that was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Oh, I'm so glad he's gone. I'm glad you feel the same way as me. Hey,
I'm gonna just go the other way.
You're a friend of
Just
Swift's,
quickly,
right?
just walking.
Yeah.
I'm already walking. Nope.
All right, and
what?
he just follows you, and he just keeps talking and talking and talking, and it's hard to tell if he even hears himself when he talks, or if it's just noise that comes out of his mouth as like a nervous twitch, like if there's silence that just broods in him. I don't know, but he follows you around.
Dude, what's your deal? Back up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to impose upon your space or your personal bubble or whatever people call it nowadays. Oh, I'm so awkward. I'm just so out of the loop on things like that.
And I'm walking. Is he still following me saying this?
Yeah, but to what you said earlier, yeah, I'm real glad Saj is gone. He was not a nice guy. Just not a nice guy. So like maybe and he ate a lot. Oh my gosh, he ate a lot too. We're on very reserved rations around here, so it's great that, it's just more for us, I mean, being 7 feet tall, like 400 pounds, God, can you imagine?
I'm just gonna take the rags that I took and just put them in his mouth.
Yeah, so, and he doesn't know what to do. Like,
just keep walking away.
Stunned, just like, oh, all right, and he doesn't follow you, but just like, all right,
bye bye.
and then slowly you just hear it in the distance.
Whenever he talks, my awkwardness starts to just kind of just rise up in me, and I'm just like, oh god, I feel so awkward right now. I feel like him. Oh god.
Yeah, that was intense.
We all have a little bit of Jeff, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's just all in there.
Or a lot.
Yeah, or a lot of bit of Jeff.
We're trying to hide.
So good.
We
It
are
seems
all
like
Jeff in some form.
My name's Jeff.
Get that on a shirt, please.
We need a Jeff emote. Just, oh god. All right. What, Kelwise? What are you and Daye doing? Or Trust? Sorry.
I mean, I didn't walk over with them to the tent. I was just kind of standing around watching everything happen. I'll go back and find them, or I'll go walk towards. No, I don't want to walk towards Cornelia. I don't want to walk towards that.
Yeah, and
I'll go
you're
find
kind of
Telwise.
you're standing there, something catches your eyes. Somebody in the corner, and you see that guy in the cloak that Dresden had talked to earlier, just kind of rocking back and forth, whispering under his breath.
Guy in the cloak meaning Camden?
Yeah. Trust,
Yeah.
you see Camden, and you sense inside him just turmoil, pain, anger, just insane amounts of anger.
Suffering.
Yeah.
Anger leads to hate.
Suffering.
you guys. This is like the 5th Star Wars reference.
I love it. I love this so much. Please, always.
Nerds we
Move on
are.
to Star Trek already, please.
Maybe some Firefly.
I've only heard
some
one
Space
Star
Adventures
Trek.
in here. Some more space adventures in here.
What the frack is going on?
Yes. That's actually
Look at the
Mouse
pain
Island.
on James' face.
the other one.
He wants us to play D&D so bad.
We get it. You're a
Battlestar
Cylon.
Galactica.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one. Starbuck.
Do I sense that I could possibly
Wait.
fix him?
I don't know. I mean, you're someone who has made a living making connections with people, whether through music, whether through spoken word, whether through empathy and compassion. It's just he's there, and you just sense this. Like, probably not gonna fix this guy. He's pretty messed up. But I don't know. You could maybe make a connection with him, calm him.
I'm just gonna sit down next to him, but not like give him space, and I'm just gonna like sing a soft lullaby.
Okay, yeah. Give me a performance check.
Perhaps Fix You by Coldplay.
To fix you. Performance check.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 17 plus 5.
Ooh, nice.
So you
I'm
start.
using Bobby dice. Thanks, Bobby.
You start singing him. Yeah, Bobby buying dice is the worst idea.
No, I'm saying like thank you. I'm giving him good thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, because it rolled well.
Thanks, Bobby. But thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, if it rolled a 1.
It's funny. It's funny either way.
You start to sing him a soft lullaby. And you start to, you can almost, this is something that's maybe new, but you feel that, that energy inside you, that spirit, that soul that you extracted, you feel it inside of you burning, and you almost put a little bit of that into your song. You can see the notes leaving your mouth in the ways that they vibrate together. You can see colors and painting and picture as you sing to him this lullaby. You almost sing to him in the form of some pure being, maybe a maiden, holding him, embracing him, rocking him back and forth, and you see him visibly, his shoulders, which have been up, come down, and you see in his eyes just tears slowly coming out of his face in this endless stream, just this release of tension, of fear, of anger, of the unknown, and he's rocking back and forth. And it's just a little bit of that spirit that you had, but he starts to rock. He's still rocking and murmuring under his breath that don't touch, no touch, no touch, no touch, no touch. But it's calm now. It's rhythmic, it's controlled, and his rocking has slowed significantly.
All right.
Any of you guys, what are you guys, the rest of you, what are you doing?
I want to do something. How can I talk? Oh, I've been unmuted. I want to go talk to Freewin.
Okay. You stumble up to Freewin, who looks...
Why did I stumble?
Yeah.
Because you're
Is
short.
there a rock on the ground or something? Or?
Yeah, kicking rocks. Too many rocks got kicked.
I kick a rock.
Yeah.
It's Kate.
She seems to be have a little cloud over her head as she stirs the pot that she was working on of soup.
Hey, so I heard from your parents you were thinking about staying.
Yes. I think I can do more good here than I could on the outside. I'm no fighter. Even if you were to take down the resistance, or the pit with the resistance, I doubt I could do any good. My skills are with healing, with helping, nurturing.
Who's to say that's not a valuable skill set on the outside? Maybe you could do more good than you think.
Well, I might or might not, but I'm not going to gamble these people's well-being on a maybe.
What if you could save tens of thousands more by not being in here? Wouldn't that trade-off be worth it?
Well, you're speaking of a hypothetical. I can't...
Well...
There's tangible people here that need my help, and I'm making visible good here. I'm not going to gamble them away on a what-if to help more people. I do appreciate
I'm just saying I would consider it.
I have considered it, and I would love to be free of this place. Don't get me wrong, I have no joy staying here. But I also can't leave behind these people, some of which who have saved my life. And she kind of notions over to Camden.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty broken, it seems. It's sad. Hopefully we can help him in some sort of way. We're going to try to get him out of here, you know.
I don't know that he would fare very well outside.
Maybe better than in here.
I doubt it. In his state. With Zarj gone. And us here to take care of him. He might just be better here than out there. Everyone here knows what he sacrificed. For me and for them. We all hold him in great esteem, though it may not look like it. I will not stop you from taking him, if that's what you wish.
Well, it's not my wish, but it's the wish of the party, and we're going to do whatever we can, to help him out. I mean, that's the reality of it. We need to watch after our own, and there's a lot of people here who need to take care of their loved ones, so
Absolutely.
He's included. You're included, to be honest, which is why we wish that you would come with, because, I mean, I'm just saying, there's a big world out there, and I think you could do a lot more good when exposed to the people than in here.
Well, I appreciate it, but I'm just not willing to take that risk. I know you've sacrificed much coming in here, and don't think that I don't appreciate your sacrifices and the risks you've taken for your friends and loved ones.
Well, I just hope that your family is okay with your decision. That's the hard part. Breaking up family is hard. I came here for family myself, so I understand.
Well, my parents are a completely different set of circumstances. My father wants to stay. My mother wants to go and fight in the resistance on the outside. I don't know what they're going to choose, but I can't change their minds, and I can't make up their minds for them. But I have made up mine.
And more power to you for it. It's very respectable. And hopefully we can all... Our goal is to make it back here someday, free all of you. I mean, if we can't do it now, maybe later. But we feel like the forces on the outside are going to prohibit us from doing that today. It's a longer battle to be fought.
It seems nigh impossible. But I think, if anyone, you lot seem more capable than most.
Fair enough. We'll take it.
And I have to
And with
say,
that all...
Kelwise, your brother Anders was one of the first to volunteer to help build what you see around here. Most of our success here was thanks to your brother and others like him, who are willing to work hard in place of those who are injured, taken wounds, or cannot serve in the mines. I just thought you should know.
Don't tell him that I said this, but I look up to him pretty much too, so I think he's pretty great. Which is why I'm taking him out of here. No offense.
No,
I think he's much more needed out in the real world.
He deserves to be free. As do we all.
As do you all. And with that, I'll offer to help make food too, because if there is anything to do, I don't know. She's cooking. Maybe carrots need to be sliced. I don't know.
Yeah, she takes. Someone needs to stir the pot continuously so it doesn't burn. So she hands you the ladle as she starts taste testing, putting herbs and such into the pot, throwing vegetables and such at certain times. As you guys do that, the other three, you guys, how many drinks have you guys had?
Maybe only had like one. I'm nursing it.
Okay. Yeah, you
have a new babysitting job.
Yeah, it's light. It seems like they cut this with like whatever river water they have. It's like the equivalent of grog. If it was just mountain river water, it's almost got a sulfur taste to it.
Great.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination. They know it's not good, but they pretend it's good. You know, it's that solidarity, brotherhood, sisterhood thing. Siblinghood. Siblinghood.
I'm just asking for chocolate the whole time.
Yeah. No, and they just have no chocolate. I mean.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking.
And it seems like most of them drink themselves into kind of a stupor. The majority of them seem to be pretty sloshed. And you guys are kind of like the last, the last flickers of the candle of this party.
I'm gonna turn to one of them and ask, hey, do you guys know anything about all the animals that the head honcho has? Wow, that was a bad stutter. That was real. Oh God. Do you know, so he has those 3 doggies. Do you guys know what he's gonna do with those 3 doggies? Is he gonna turn them into Fluffy?
And this guy's pretty drunk that you're talking to. And he looks up at you.
Thank you, Daye.
Fluffy.
Yeah. I heard a story once about this guy who had a 3-headed dog named Fluffy, and then if you sang him music, he fell asleep. So.
3-headed dog named Fluffy.
Yep.
Well, he's got 3 dogs.
Is he gonna turn him into one big dog with 3 heads?
Oh. And he starts to contemplate this, and you see he starts going into a dark place. 3-headed dog.
Is that what he did with these other animals? Did they used to be separate animals, like how he has the 3 dogs now, and then he turned them into the things?
I guess he did. I never thought about it that way.
Were you around that long? How long have you been working here?
Longer than some. Shorter than most. I can't count too good.
Oh, I can only count to 5, so do you know how to count to 5?
Count to 5, yeah.
Yeah!
Easy.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's the one right after 3.
Wait.
Can you imagine a 5-headed dog? And with that, he kind of just downs the rest of his keg, or his pint. Because it seems he just doesn't even want to think about this. He's freaking himself out. He's going down the rabbit hole. But,
do you know what the belt is?
The belt?
Yeah. I was saying with the belt with the dogs. I am a dog fan. I'm a fan of dogs, and so I was curious into getting some stuff for my own dogs at home.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what the belt is?
Fancy belt, yeah.
Is it a magic belt?
I don't know about that.
Oh, it's just a belt?
I don't know. Maybe it's magical. You think it's a magical belt?
Well, I have no idea. I was just curious. I imagine that people who are in higher things of power have magic stuff on them, like magic armor or magic tools or magic toilets. Definitely don't have poop trees.
A magical poo tree. A poo tree.
Yeah.
Magical.
It's like a tree where you poop. You fill it up to the top. Move on to the next tree.
I don't understand a single thing you're saying. I need another drink. And he goes off to get another drink.
No, the belt!
Is Kasem still there?
Kasem's still there, yeah. He seems faring
How's
better
he look?
than most, but he's a little toasty.
Kasem.
Hey.
You've been down here long?
Oh. Almost a decade now.
10 years. Down here?
Well, it doesn't look like much, but it becomes home.
How do you do it though? How do you deal with it? With that?
I got into a little trouble with the law. They took me in here. I didn't have much of a home to begin with. So, this is as hard as it is to imagine, this is an upgrade. A lot of folks here like that. Got nowhere to go, nothing to do. Ashen Riders have given them a place, a purpose.
I'm not doubting that. I understand that, there's a certain home camaraderie to be found within a group like this, but how do you deal with the dive and the plank and that meat grinder? 10 years.
Well, I mean, they did it to themselves, really. They're criminals. Look at them.
And if I told you some of them weren't?
I know some fall through the cracks, but that's just the way society is. All right? You gotta break a few good eggs to crack the bad ones.
Have you
Ain't
been
that
up?
true?
Hey.
Have you been up in 10 years, Kason?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We cycle. You're 3 weeks down, 1 week up.
So those cracks have gotten pretty big.
Not my department.
All right.
Look, I'm just trying to get through the day. All right?
Yeah, I get that.
Save up enough, spend a week at the brothels, come back down and do my duty. I don't need anything else. I don't need any problems. I don't need to think about it. It's over my head. That's politics. I don't dabble in any of that.
So then I couldn't help but notice that little nod you gave to the elven girl. What's up there?
Freewind. Well?
Yeah.
She's been changing things around here. Normally, we would disapprove of that kind of behavior, but look, mining's been smooth, profits are up, Okoto's happy. We've been making some lucrative trades on the side, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
It's better for everyone. And now that Zaj is gone, well, we don't have to worry about any kind of repercussions should we need to shut it all down on a moment's notice.
What do you mean, shut it all down on a moment's notice?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if someone were to disapprove on the higher-ups of what we got going on here, we could just clean house and start over. Wouldn't be the first time.
Look, I'm not a smart man. What do you mean, reset this whole thing? I mean, I know you're talking about profits. Profits, need to be made, but the way that it's done now, or?
Over my last 10 years, there's been a series of uprisings. White ones thinking that they deserve better, can do whatever they want. And I will let you know right now that Okoto shuts those down real fast. Well, not necessarily Okoto himself, but I'm sure you've seen those giant cages he keeps in the back. They're not just for show.
So there's someone above Okoto?
Of course. The Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, that's the top. I mean, down here. The Amber Rose doesn't come down here, no?
No. She
Of course
doesn't come
not.
down here.
Right. So, that makes Akoto.
Well, yeah, Kodo's the
Big
captain
man.
down here, yeah.
Right.
But we call him the big man, but he's got bigger cages. If you know what I mean. Beasts and monsters and magical stuff.
Well, I've heard they run amok, right?
Well, and they need to clean house. That's what they use.
When was the last time they had to clean house?
Oh. Maybe 2 winters ago? I didn't have all the details. I was on leave. But I came back and
Lucky you.
scrubbing the decks.
Oh, there's no worry of that anymore. You know, you have this whole place. It's a tight, engine now. You got it running really well. You're doing a good job.
Well, for now. But, the minds of people are strange. They're different. They bend, they break, they snap at a moment's notice. You just never know. So you just, try not to get too close. And when it's their time to go, it's their time to go, and that's mine's will. I got nothing to say about it. I can't do anything to stop it.
Speaking of their time to go, I don't mind all this stuff at all, But when you put someone in the grinder, right, and they come out of there and they're all messed up, it's like, I don't want to see that, Does that happen a lot? How about the plank? Does anybody ever come out of the plank at all?
The plank? No one comes back from there.
Of course not. Good riddance.
Yeah, I don't even know what's over there. We're specifically told to stay away, so we just do what we're told. And as far as the
Makes
grinder goes, it's all in good fun. I don't want to go in there, but it's interesting. We have some pretty interesting side bets we've been making about trying to see who's gonna make it or not. I've gotten pretty good. I've picked the last 4 out of 5 that made it back. If I do say so myself, I've got a good eye for survivors, as you will. Pretty good at picking them out, plucking them from the herds, throwing them in the grinder. 2 birds with 1 stone. Sometimes they come back with crazy treasures too. Like, you gotta see this last guy we threw in there, fighting with some big old lizard man over something stupid, but I could see it in his eyes. Defiant, strong-willed. This guy, I was absolutely sure I was gonna break him, but I couldn't. Couple days, hard work, hard labor. No, that wasn't gonna do it to this guy. So we threw him in the grinder. I knew he was gonna come back. Tough guy. Fool. An idiot. But, that's what happens. Came back, whole treasure chest full of stuff. We didn't even tell Akoto. We just split it amongst ourselves and threw him back in HQ. Check this out. And he shows you, this ring he has. It's a gold-encrusted ring. And it's got patterns and designs kind of etched into it. Immaculately carved. Very, very, very nice. Poor Sep. But he's a criminal. He broke the law. It's what he deserves.
You're absolutely right. Break the law, you get what you deserve.
Damn straight.
But don't worry yourself with losers like that. Don't worry about it. They're dime a dozen. They come in here, they look tough. They ain't tough. They're just stubborn.
Who's tough?
Who's tough?
You say you. Yeah.
Are you tough?
Me? God, no. Who's tough? You go look at the Amber Rose. Look her in the eye. And you'll know it's tough.
Yeah.
That'll be
that
the
lady,
day.
lady tame all the beasts in here with a glare.
Is she the beast tamer more than Dakota?
Beast tamer? No, she's a
Yeah,
shutdown.
all these
I'm just
big spooky
it's just a
cages.
figure. I've only seen her once up close, and let me tell you, she could stop a heartbeat if she wanted to. With her mind, with her presence. Pretty intimidating.
Probably gives
gal.
someone a hernia with a glare.
Probably that too. I'm sure. Listen, you guys did a good job today. Celebrate, don't worry about all that stuff. Just have a drink, enjoy your first few days down here. It gets better. We got some good guys. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. And just a word to the wise, don't get too caught up in the people down here. They really aren't gonna last long. It's not good. You get
How long do you spare that little one to last?
Well, she'll last until she doesn't. That's all I can say.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm having a ball down here. Okay, you know, I'm having a good time. So
Good.
I can't wait for more. Really, you know, I can't wait for tomorrow when we do more of this stuff. It's gonna be great.
Oh, well, don't get too eager. It's not too exciting down here, you know? It's not... You don't have to be excited, but I like your attitude. I think you're gonna do well.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna get along really well.
Yeah. I like
Well,
you.
I gotta take a leak, so I'll be right back. And I go over to the side, and while I'm turning around, I kind of look at Dresden, and I go over.
Yeah, and he goes to go get another drink.
You gonna go look at his? You gonna go help him?
You need help shaking it?
Shake it once, that's fine. Twice is okay. 3 times you're playing with yourself. Good Charlotte lyrics.
Good Charlotte. Gross.
Gross.
I heard that's true.
What do you got, Freddy?
Well, Phil, I was wondering, we probably should make the rounds and get out of here. Do you want to take this one with us and possibly take care of him for taking care of our friend?
This shithead. No.
Yes.
No.
You sure?
Yeah. This is the kind of guy, he's not a cog in the machine. He's the grease. He doesn't care which way the gear turns as long as he keeps moving. No.
I think
I thought
saying
maybe-
grease might be too much credit.
I think you're right. I thought for a second we might have had an ally, but I don't think so. I think this kind of guy is actually the worst of the bunch.
Right. I'm just having a hard time listening to this man talk about our friend that way. But you're right.
Not wrong.
He's not worth it.
You're absolutely not wrong. No, but I think we can use him. He's friends with us now, right?
Right.
Maybe.
Wait, but we didn't give him any coins. How do we know?
Oh, sometimes, Pup, you just know by the way someone looks and the way they sound.
Oh, so when they sound like a jerk, that means they're friends? Because he just sounded
Sometimes.
like really a jerk the whole time.
Yeah.
Let's instead of
Okay,
friend,
good
let's
to know,
say
good to know.
he's going to be a good asset because we're going to use him to our advantage.
That's a big word, Rez. That's a big word.
Right.
My asset just was on that bench. I sat on that bench.
It's fine.
Did.
So should we make the rounds now, or should we hang around here for a little bit longer?
What time is it roughly? Like, how long do we think it'll be before the?
It's been a few
before it
hours.
goes down?
I mean, hard to tell down here. Time is very abstract of a concept for those who live down here. But you figure it's been a couple hours. You've probably got 8 to 10 hours to go.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got some time. Because it's maybe 12
All right,
hours
well.
before that lift goes back up in all.
Okay, well, we've got time to kill at the very least. I think what we need to do is maybe a little more reconnaissance, getting this one's sister, figuring out exactly what's going on with those cages. Maybe if we can get our hands on some shackles, making sure they don't open. If we can do that discreetly. Otherwise, yeah, we need to rally the troops, bide our time, get a plan together on exactly how we're getting onto that lift quietly, making it to at least to the top where we can crawl our way out and kill who's ever maybe wanting to stop it from coming the last 10 feet.
And you guys start talking about this, and faintly in the distance you hear, and Ashen Riders just start busting into the lows where you guys are at, running in like crazy panicked. They bust in, they shut the doors, and you see outside Akodo with that belt, with those 3 animals attached to it, walk out, opens a cage. You can't really see from where you're at what cage it is, and you start to hear somebody crying, begging, screaming, and you see this old man hobbling from where with the highs, just hobbling slowly, and you guys, you're powerless. The door's locked, those cages are barred, and you see this creature, slowly a shadow, wings, huge, almost lizard-like wings, a face almost resembling a human, almost human face, and a big barbed tail waving back and forth. The creature stands on its hind legs, and it's almost 6 feet tall, and then boom, down onto all 4 of just pure muscle. It shakes its head, and it slowly starts stalking. And you see it's got this giant mane on its head, and its wings just start flapping, and it slowly walks up to this old man who's just screaming for help, screaming for anybody or anything. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh!
Ooh, boy.
Oh!
On a nice light note.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Casual.
More death.
Super cash.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we're going to go raid Catastrophe D&D. We'll be back next Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. Congratulations to all our sticker winners. And we will see you next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, for more D&D with the old Manticore.
Old Manticore. Yeah.
God.
Bye,
I
guys.
stole that. All right, see you
So you
guys
step
later.
into a warm mist.
Bye.
Adios, everybody.
Bye.